Sports Encyclopedia. USC, Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran. No fucking stupid, we ain't losing. Grind like something to prove it. Came to the conclusion that it's proven. Yeah, I'm proven with a reliable source. Straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to your side. Worldwide, we in your city. Keep it 150. We never change what's happening. Hurdle and get it cracking. No capping, we never lack it. Light them up, better stay in your lane.
There's only three Lakers that I would not look the other way if I saw them motherfuckers coming. That's Kareem, that's Worthy, and that's Coop. The rest of them damn Lakers, fuck them.
That's bullshit that Robert Parrish said.
Coop, you know I got your back like a backpack, boy. Fuck Robert Parrish. You know you ain't shit. It's all good. You know, fuck the Celtics, all of them.
We see you like shit, you fucking slap dicks. Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers!
The building, man. Grace of God, because we were damn near deleted. Yes, we did. Got deleted. Yesterday's show got deleted. Brought it back, though. We got it back. Luckily, I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy and got us back on, man. They're about to give us a whole week suspension. You believe that shit? Don't speak the truth, man, because they will come after you. Shit. Trust me. But same shirt as yesterday? No. You fucking gay? Is that what you look at? Boys' shirts? Motherfuckers? Weirdo fucks? You know how many shirts I got? Look how wrinkled this motherfucker is. I've been working since 3 this morning trying to get the channel back for you fucks. But anyway, we're back in the building. It's Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hats and your work boots, man, and it's go time. No, they never give you a fucking reason, man. That's the problem. But guess what? We've changed a few things. We'll try to avoid a few things, and we'll go from there, man. But guess what? Big King is back again, co-hosting the show, and we'll get right to him as well. AJ McCarron, Bama legend, will join us. Lot going on in the NBA, a lot going on in the NFL, a lot going on in college football, but Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat. Yes, he is. Mike Tomlin's been a Pittsburgh assistant under Bill Cowher. Then he won a Super Bowl almost immediately after Cowher's resignation. Since then, however, it has been a completely different story. There are now rumors swirling around the man's personal life and all that comes with this territory we call losing. When you lose, people start to say shit that was kept quiet. Ask Lane Kiffin. But when you win, people keep that darkness in the closet. When you lose, it comes out to light, don't it? When you ruffle feathers, the darkest, deepest secrets will come to light. I like Mike Tomlin. Always has been above board, as we know. But it could be time to exit stage right or stage left and walk off into the sunset, or at least try new scenery. The Giants need a guy, I hear. The college football playoff rankings are out, and Miami and BYU seem to have been left out for now, but not sure why Notre Dame continues to get this much love as they do when they haven't beat anyone. And one of their losses is to Miami, who trails them and is out of the top 12. Make it make sense. They actually have beat a top 25 team. Make it make sense, man. The committee is a joke, and it's a mockery. Notre Dame, not in a conference, continues to get praised, but we know that because of TV money and nothing else. That's all it is. They told BYU years ago to get into a conference if they ever wanted a shot to get into a playoff. Guess what? They did. BYU got into a conference. BYU actually has one loss less than Notre Dame and are outside with Miami looking in. Make it make sense. Charlie Weis came back to Ole Miss to coach the playoffs, but many think it could be that he's returning for good. Vanderbilt flips Georgia's big-time quarterback commit and recruit on National Signing Day, which is today. Happy National Signing Day today. Further proving Lane Kiffin once again did Ole Miss wrong, contrary to Big King's belief, and did the wrong thing. Or did he do the right thing, but simply lie about how he did it once again? Vandy is flipping dudes. Ole Miss has one loss. Indiana's undefeated. Texas Tech is winning. What do you mean you can't win at Ole Miss? Cop-out is what I'm calling it. But what do I know? Lamar Brown, the number 1 overall recruit in the nation, is holding off on signing today with LSU to see who Lane assembles staff-wise. But guess what? Our main man, Super Bowl champ, Tulane legend, Big Sean King joins the show once again. Sean King is mad still. Sean King, man. Sean King said, so AJ McCarron, Sean King got AJ and Siski to call in yesterday, like an emergency meeting. They held an emergency meeting and called in the show. They said, fuck this. We got to stop this Big King guy. And Big King said, the players at Ole Miss sound like scorned women. You know who says that, Sean? People that don't have it happen to their school. Yeah, keep it real. See, it didn't happen to Tulane because Tulane, you guys are kind of like, nobody's, no offense, like nobody cares about Tulane. So, like when you're like talking Tulane as a mid-major, good school in the mid-major level, kind of outside of looking in, nobody cares. So when their coach leaves and goes to a bigger school, it's expected, right? Everybody praises it. But see, when you leave a big school to another big school, then you want to start talking about scoring women. Stop. Keep it real, Sean. We're the real show, Sean.
First of all, like the sign says, for those that can't see it on audio, free lane. Free lane. I've never seen a sitting head coach do something that has been done for decades.
This ain't never done. No.
And people act like this is.
You're doing Smitty right now. You're manipulating words.
No, I'm not.
You're manipulating facts.
Brian Kelly left Notre Dame to go to LSU.
Not during a goddamn playoff. See, you keep moving the needle here, man. Moving the goalpost. What did they say, goalpost? You moving the goalposts around on this thing.
If I'm going to change jobs.
Look at my shirt. My shirt is horrible. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Sean, I've been up since 3 a.m. dealing with Bailey, and I've been up since 3 a.m. trying to get our channel back, so fuck it.
Ash probably ate all the good shirts.
Hey, it's Work Boot Wednesday, Sean. Fuck it. I'm going to be nasty. I don't give a fuck.
You look like you about to go out back and do some.
Hey, we got the channel back, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we ain't got to get all into that again. Just free lane. Free my dog. You can't not make a decision based on the present circumstances. Like, that's a decision he wanted to make. It's an uncomfortable situation that they're in, but he made the decision. He felt it's best for him long term. He didn't get a chance to finish the race. That's all I was arguing.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Nobody in America would allow that. Not the players. Nobody. The players have spoken. When the players speak, Sean, let's be real, Sean. You spoke as the player. The players speak for the coach. Have you seen the picture of James Franklin?
Here's where I push back.
Have you seen Aller and James Franklin? Have you seen what Aller posted about James Franklin yesterday?
I hope it was good.
He posted. Let me see, Bailey, if I got this for you real quick. So basically, AJ and Siski wanted me to make sure that I kept sharing all the tweets from the players at Ole Miss to remind you that you were wrong. And so basically the players have been shitting on Lane, saying you left us, you lied about the meeting. All the players. It ain't just one disgruntled guy, Sean. We know all those avenues. We know the disgruntled guys talk shit about me before. We know they talked about you at South Florida when you cussed out the quarterback, the backup. We get all that. The problem is when everybody does it, Sean, you're fucked. When everybody does it, you're fucked. And there's a huge difference with wait till you see this, Bailey. Go ahead.
But here's why I'm calling BS. I've seen teams that don't believe in their head coach. The team that was on the grass against Mississippi State, the team that was on the grass every week that I watched down the stretch was not a team that disliked their head coach.
Listen, I'm not going to advocate and say all the players are right. And you know that because I've been, you know how I know how that goes. You sit a guy, you bench a guy, guys get disgruntled, shitbirds for the most part. But I've never had the whole team rally against me for the assistant.
But so
for the assistant. Al is posting this about James, like, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Like, he posted the song, Sean. Like, they miss motherfuckers. They ain't missing Lane. They don't miss Lane.
Not yet. This post did not come out when Franklin got fired.
Came out yesterday.
Yes, after the interim that everybody loved was
after he whipping that ass in recruiting.
Yes, right. This came out after the fact, and I feel like I am in a position to be very direct when I talk about this because I've experienced this on both sides. 1998, when we went undefeated, Tommy Bowden took the Clemson job and left to go to Clemson, but he did leave the staff. We went on. We beat BYU in the bowl game. At USF, we went 11-2. Willie Taggart left to take the Oregon job. So I've seen it from both sides as a coach and a player. I'm just saying, in both instances, there were a lot of bitter people when it initially happened because you're in the moment. You're caught up with it. You feel abandoned. But once you live life, you understand he didn't abandon you. He did what was best for him and his family. And you mature and you understand it. My point was the ADs are grown up. You can understand this happens.
Yeah. Listen, I want to be clear here. Hey, fuck boy. When I talk about Deion on the thumbnail every day, though, it's not propaganda, right? You're good with it then, huh, bitch? Shut your bitch ass up, motherfucker. Unless you're the producer of the show, shut the fuck up. Number one. Number two, I talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And number three, Lane Kiffin is the hottest topic, not only in sports, but in the country. Just like Shaduki, and the prime time Deion Sanders, when he's a thumbnail, you're okay with it. But when this motherfucker's on there, you got something to say, oh, bitch boy. Shut the fuck up or go somewhere else. So here's the thing I got to say, though, Sean. I don't get the fact that a whole town, community, and staff plus players are against this man. I've never seen it. Show me where that has happened ever at a time like this when everybody, we've also, some are all right now said Louisiana and New Orleans is thanking him. They're like, hey, man, appreciate everything that you did for us, blah, 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 blah. I ain't seen one person say, I appreciate you, Lane. You left us high and dry. That's the sentiment. I'm just saying that's a sentiment. I don't know. We're not there.
You know what? Ole Miss is a regional rock band that's going on an international tour and can't understand why they are the opening act.
That's a good point. They're in a 10-mile radius town.
Yes, Tulane understands as consistently a leader.
They're in a bigger city. Yeah.
As we've been, we understand there are bigger, better jobs. Ole Miss hasn't come to that realization yet.
Let me ask you this.
How dare somebody leave Oxford?
Let me ask you this. That's a good analogy. Here's the issue I have. Like, you can win at Ole Miss now. To me, it's not. Maybe Lane did the right thing for what he felt was for him. That's fine. We all have the choice to make that, and I'm not going to hold you down for making a choice. I've already said it. I'm not going to play victim, and I'm not going to say that he should be bashed for leaving because everyone else is doing it. But I will say, it's a cop-out and a lie in the manner that he did it. I think, and now he's using that victim mentality to say, I tried to stay, Sean, for guys like you to pander to him. Because I ain't going to pander to him. I read through it. I read through this book right here called Ego's the Enemy. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Sean.
But you get emotional and you get irrational. Like yesterday, you couldn't just say JJ McCarthy is a bad quarterback. You almost stroked out trying to demonstrate it, with your play action pass.
I'm sore.
Like there is no right
I'm sore today.
There is no right way to break up with somebody.
Here.
So stop talking about how he did it.
There is a right way. Stop. No, yes, there is. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. When you leave your job, how many week notice are you supposed to give?
2.
There is a right way because we put it in protocols in the human business world, in the societal world, that there's a 2-week notice. So guess what? If we didn't put that in place, guess what? Why is it so different?
It's not applicable in the coaching profession.
It is as a human, though. I'm trying to relate this as a right thing to do when it comes to a morale clause issue. To me, there's some sort of morale to this business because it used to be relationship building business. I understand that it's gone away from that into a monetary business. But guess what, dog? At the end of the day, those players still are on the field for you. You just said it didn't look like they didn't want to play for him in the last 4 games. It looked like they played for him.
No, they look like they love their head coach.
So they love it, right? So guess what? So
guess what?
To me, that's like I played them kids because I sold them. I sold them to believe in me, and then I fucking left.
But
so listen,
that's unfair to pinpoint Lane and make him a martyr in a profession where this happens every year and all the time.
But it's not. This is an anomaly. This is a playoff.
No, it's not.
It is a playoff. They're in the playoffs.
But it's something new to college football. It's only 2 years into it.
I get it, but he knew that, right? So let me ask something. Last year, he knew that the playoff had 12 teams in it.
Yeah.
He aspired to get his team in to be one of those 12. He did that this year. He got them into that spot. He got them in the 12 slot.
And he wanted to coach them through the end of the race.
I don't think he did.
Allowed.
I think he's using that and he sold it on yourself. I think you believe the bullshit just like the players found out he was lying and have called him out now because they were there. You and I want to believe he's correct. That's the difference.
Me and Lane go way back, man. Me and Lane about the same age. Lane used to be around.
Lane's older than you because Lane's older than me by a year. We're the same age. You're behind us. You're behind us.
The same age. I'm within 2 years of Lane.
So Sark's a year older. Lane, you.
His dad was Monty Kiffin. I was a starting quarterback for the Bucks. Lane and his brother were around all the time. I've known Lane a long time. If he would have been allowed to, he would have coached Ole Miss through the college football playoff.
You knew Lane when he was a kid.
No,
Stop.
I've stayed in touch with Lane.
Hold on.
I was there when the Bucks inducted Monty Kiffin into the
Hold
Ring
on.
of Honor.
That's fine.
Yeah, stop that.
Hold on. My best friend in the whole world. Hold on.
Like the man.
No, what do you mean? This motherfucker's been on my couch. Like, what do you mean? I wish I could tell the world what the other things. Let me tell you something. My best friend in the whole coaching profession, who's my best friend to this day in this business, he's a head JUCO coach now. Coach Lane at Fresno. He was there nurturing Lane when Lane was the 4th string quarterback behind Bryce fucking Erickson, who was at Chaffey College, and went there as a 3rd string quarterback because Dennis Erickson and Pat Hill and Jeff Tedford and all those guys on that staff at that time were boys. So Dennis sent Craig Erickson there, his son. Monty sent Lane to Fresno to play. Wasn't very good. He became what? A GA. Monty walked in and told Pat Hill and who's the head coach at the time? The legend. Anyway, skipping my mind. He told him, make him a GA. Lane becomes a GA, dog. Rest is history. So Margay Miller nurtured Lane Kiffin as a tight end coach, had him around him for 2 years at Fresno. I know all kind of stories way back then.
You know what I got? You know what
he was a baby running around Tampa Bay, dog.
You know what I got from that? bad white backup quarterbacks make good coaches.
They do. They do. But
100%.
Guess what? You know how many I know that don't have a daddy named Monty Kiffin that just didn't get thrown right into a nepotism job? You know how many of those guys I know that don't even get a chance?
But at this point, Lane has proven that he's earned the right to be a standalone individual in the sport of football.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I just want to make last point about this Lane thing. We're done for the rest of the time on Lane. Here's the issue I have, and I'm sure tomorrow there'll be some new Lane topics. Here's the issue for today, though. I call it a cop-out because you can absolutely win now anywhere, in my opinion. Now, I don't mean anywhere as far as Power 4 or, I think you're doing as good as you can at a place like Tulane or JMU.
Stop bringing up Tulane, man. We're an elite university.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You guys are, you're a step below. So what I'm saying is, Indiana, what's their record since Cignetti took the job? How many games have they lost in 2 years?
2 or 3.
2. Willie Fritz took Houston, built a culture, and is about to win 10 games in year 2.
Willie's a good coach.
Oh, I get it. But my point is, where are they? You can win anywhere. Texas Tech got a salary cap of a bunch of money, and guess what they're doing? They're in the playoffs. Texas Tech. 3 years ago, Texas Tech was shitty, right?
Right.
So you can win anywhere. Why is Ole Miss in the SEC? Why is he using them as like a lame duck excuse to go? I got to go to LSU to win. No, you don't. Indiana's about to be the number 1 team in America.
JB, in 2025, you can go fast in any new car.
Yes.
That doesn't mean there aren't levels when it comes to 0 to 60.
What? Let me ask you something. If you win a national title, what other bigger level is it?
That was a fire analogy, by the way. In 2025, you can go fast in any car. That doesn't mean there aren't levels from 0 to 60.
But there is levels if you win the Natty.
There are levels in college football. You can catch lightning in a bottle,
Sean,
in any given year.
I'm telling you, I know this man from his later years. You know him from his earlier years. He likes new pussy. It's a class A narcissist.
What's wrong
Just
with
like
that?
I am. I'm a class A narcissist. I like new pussy. He does too. I'm gonna tell you straight out, Sean. I'm not gonna lie to my boy Sean though. I'm gonna say, hey Sean, I fucked up. I was with her and I had to get this other pussy and I fucked up. See, she's lying to you and you believe in him. He's like, nah, I never wanted to leave my girl, but the bitch fell on my dick. She just fell on my dick, Sean. I was walking, and she ran her ass right into my shit, and my shit slipped in, and she happened to be wet, and I happened to be hard, and boom, and you believed her. Homie, I can't believe him. He bullshit. You can win anywhere now.
That's a legitimate argument, though. That's a legitimate excuse. With all the sex pill commercials that are on TV now, that's a legitimate excuse. Somebody tries something, hey, who knows what could happen?
Anyway, man, before we got our first guest on, I got to because AJ get passes now. AJ has an all-time ticker or a link, so he can just pop in whenever, like you wanted to do, and pop in whenever you wanted to. So AJ just pops in now because he's heard enough bullshit from you, and I think he's just like, I'm tired of Sean King's bullshit, and I think that's where we're at now. But we got a lot to discuss, Sean. Enough Lane, even though we'll be back to it with AJ. Quote of the day, brought to you by the fucking Coach AB Show. A lone wolf does not fear the dark, Sean King. He becomes it. That's something you would say, Sean.
I like that.
A lone wolf does not fear the dark. He becomes it.
In the words of the great Warren Sapp, a lone wolf also starves. So he might be becoming the dark because he's going in the ditch, down in the dirt. Hey, you kick every cone on the field, baby. I'm prime. I'm going to pick them up for you.
Is that what Warren Sapp known for, too? Kicking cones?
Hey, listen, man. Lone wolf don't eat. The wolf survived because of the pack.
Well, contrary to belief, he does eat. And Sean, rank this one. Lions never forget who pokes them through the cage, contrary to belief.
That's
Lions
a true
don't.
statement. That's
we
a
don't
true
forget.
statement.
don't forget who poked me, dog. I don't forget.
One thing that Lions know is that's a white people kind of thing. Only white people would stick their arms inside of a cage. Like,
a brother jumped in a cage yesterday and got mauled. So stop.
He was on fentanyl. He had an excuse.
BPS then. So either way, but anyway, I want to dive right into it. I want to dive into the poll question with our first guest, who's an Alabama legend, 3-time national champ, NFL veteran, USFL, UFL. You know, right there in the mix of things with all this Lane Kiffin Ole Miss drama. Our main man, AJ McCarron, joins the show. AJ like his intro song. His shit's on Sean's. What's up? What's up, AJ? Hey, Bailey. A lot of people are mad. See, people get mad when the other show, so Sean loved his intro after a year bitching and moaning. He didn't have an intro. He gets an intro. Then he liked it. And then he's like, AJ shit better than mine.
Don't you get on here lying. I don't got no problem with AJ intro. My shit fire. AJ shit fire. See, we come from good stock where we could show up and both of us be fly, fresh to death. And we ain't got to hate on the other one.
Well, I'm fucked up. My shirt's fucked up. I've been up to 3 trying to get the channel back.
Exactly.
I've been trying to get the channel back. I've been working on behind the scenes. So, hey, fuck it. I didn't know it was this bad, though, but fuck it.
Hey, I couldn't.
I'll get naked this motherfucker. All the ladies. Yeah, you guys want to naked? Drop super chat. What'd you say?
I couldn't for the life of me understand what AJ's opposition to me was yesterday. But then I went and looked up some things, and he's going to change this. Alabama, y'all need to elect AJ McCarron as lieutenant governor. And I just realized he has an affinity to Mississippi because they're both in the bottom 5 of public education in America. So I understand now why.
Sean dug deep. Sean didn't get the fit to get AJ. AJ cooked his ass yesterday. He hot.
Well, it makes sense now. So so listen, citizens of the state of Alabama, elect my good friend AJ McCarron so y'all can get out of the bottom 5 of the public education rankings.
Hey, you know how good of a great statement that is? I'm gonna be honest. AJ, as soon as signing day ended for you guys D1, I'm sitting there and I get my staff and we're fucking dispersed. I got 12 cats in cars. We're straight to Alabama, Mississippi, because them dumb motherfuckers I know failed the test. And I had a shot to sign their ass, and I knew Alabama, Mississippi, the 2 worst fucking education about. We went right there because they got freaks walking around there. And go, we're independent there. I said, it's fucking over here. We'll go. I go for free and eat food. Fucking right. Motherfucker, let's go. Shit.
Hey, I was born in Mississippi, Keesler Air Force Base. My dad was in the Air Force, so shout out to Biloxi.
Yeah, Biloxi. Hell yeah, some fine some women out there. But anyway, AJ, we're gonna do the poll question with you to start the show. But I'm tired of cooking, Sean. Fuck, goddamn. Where's Smitty at? Fuck. Let's dive into the poll question. AJ, I'm gonna ask you first. And Sean will give some elaborate fucking answer with big words and try to sound fucking like he's just so goddamn Tulane educated. But AJ, is Penn State no longer attractive?
Woo.
Yeah. I thought about this for about 3 hours after while I was trying to get my YouTube channel back. But yeah.
Penn State ain't what it used to be. I know that. I tell you. And Alabama was the last straw that broke the camel's back there. That was Joe Paz. That was my second start of my career.
Yeah, T-Rich told that story.
At Penn State, went up there. They were all hyped up, supposed to be good. And that was Joe Paz's last game he ever coached.
Damn.
they took the L and then took the L as the university too, and it kind of fell off after that. So
I had to tell some beat writer for Penn State who came at me on Twitter yesterday. I said, "You're a fucking nobody, by the way," and I said, "Nobody wants to deal with your soapy fucking showers, and you're in denial." And that's the fact of the matter. Like, they did James Franklin, in my opinion, wrong, and they thought the grasser was greener somewhere else, to Sean's point, and the grass is still brown. And this is the difference we talked about earlier. Like, man, it sure matters when you miss. Like, they're not showing that to Lane Kiffin. They're showing, like, get the fuck out. They're missing James Franklin right now while he whips everybody's ass at Virginia Tech in recruiting so far through 2 weeks. So, I don't know. I think it matters. I think Penn State dug a hole so deep, and I think CAA and Sean King leading that barrage has literally kept people from interviewing there, is from what I've heard.
Damn.
So that's the truth, AJ.
So
That's the truth.
Let me speak on it. First of all, shout out to Jimmy Sexton. I need a job. JB paying slave wages over here. I'm gonna put a PSA out there to all but, let's say,
Better call James.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna put a PSA out there for all but maybe 4 schools. Because of the proliferation of TV rights money, everybody's got a bag, meaning every school has a bag. They can pay. The one thing that schools like Penn State have to come to grips with is unrealistic expectations. Hey, in the coaching fraternity, the one thing that I don't think people know, they all know who can really coach and who can really recruit. And they know there's not going to be a better recruiter at Penn State than James Franklin. And they know he was in the college football semifinals last year. And y'all overreacted to being overranked in the preseason and fired a really good head coach. Because now the money don't matter, Penn State, because people can match what y'all going to offer. But who wants to take that job and think that we could make the college football semifinal and potentially be fired mid-season of next year? A lot of these programs have unrealistic expectations. Guys, winning 9 games, 9+ games every other year, that's a really good head coach. That's hard to do.
It is, but there's got to be the hypocritical stances on that need to change. I'm talking nationally. And what I mean is, there's a guy out here next to me who's about as mediocre. Mediocrity is the new excellence, but this motherfucker's about as mediocre as you could be. And his name's Lincoln Riley. And I'm just going to tell you straight out, SC wins 9 games a year too. And why ain't he fired, but James is? See, I find hypocrisy in this to be crazy when Matt Leinart comes out and says, USC went 9-3 this year, and now they're off to a hot start on signing day. The number 1 class for 26 is incoming. There will be high expectations next year. Hey, Matt, there's been high expectations since Pete Carroll left. You fuckers are shitty. Alabama whacked your ass in Texas and fucking, 4 years ago to start the season. It didn't even look like he belonged out there. You fucking haven't won a meaningful game since Pete Carroll left. Like, seriously, not a meaningful game you've won. And this guy keeps his job, but James got fired? Hell no. There's 9 wins Lincoln Riley every year, Sean. I don't see getting rid of him.
The only pushback I would give you, and see, this is where me and you like differ, is I'm not emotional and you are. He's had a Heisman.
I just make the show go. Go ahead.
He's had a Heisman winner since he's been at USC. He lost him. He missed.
No, he hasn't.
Caleb Williams won the Heisman, didn't he?
He brought Caleb. You got to stop with this narrative. You got to stop with the narrative that he developed him. He didn't.
He did. He had him in Oklahoma.
No, he didn't. He did. How many quarterbacks has Lincoln Riley developed that he did not get out of the portal? Go.
No, he recruited Spencer Rattler and Caleb Williams to Oklahoma.
Spencer, did he play?
Yes, Spencer Rattler was a starter, and then he benched him for Caleb Williams.
And he left.
Then he brought Caleb with him to SC. You got to give him credit for that. Secondly, listen, they showed improvement this year. So this is why I think the signing class ranking, I don't always get into that because there's no way you can rank high school kids. And just on a tangent right quick, there is nobody at On3 or 247 who's watched every high school right guard in America. So to tell me you're going to rank them, like, get out of here. There's just too many high school kids.
I'm with you on that.
Secondly, they beat Michigan this year. They made strides in the conference. To me, next year's the year where either he's got to really be competing for a Big Ten title or a college football playoff berth, or I would start asking questions.
It's 5 years. How many fucking years he get? We're firing dudes after 2 years. This motherfucker gets 5-6 years in LA?
I just talked about unrealistic expectations.
Let me tell you how shitty he is. AJ, this motherfucker has Caleb Williams. He comes in there and he opts out. AJ, he opts out of the fucking bowl game because he's so fucking special and fragile. And this white kid goes in who Lincoln didn't recruit and broke the goddamn school record in a bowl game, 6 touchdowns. So tell me how great Lincoln is with quarterbacks. The motherfucker that he recruited opted out, and he's been a fucking bitch since. And the white kid goes in who he didn't recruit and throws 6 fucking touchdowns and breaks the record.
So now Caleb Williams is the first quarterback.
I cooked you. Rest of the show. You're cooked. Go ahead.
Caleb Williams is the first quarterback to opt out of a bowl game.
No, but what I'm telling you is no. We're talking Lincoln Riley specifically.
But that's not a Lincoln Riley problem.
Whose fault is it then?
This fight or flight has permeated the entirety of collegiate sports and pro sports. Kids are fleeing.
Oh, I get it. I told you that.
Me and AJ are built from a different wiring system. Like, I would never abandon my brothers. Like, getting injured is a part of football. I get injured preparing for the combine.
Yeah, but we're before that. We're before the era.
I'm saying these kids ain't built like, well, the majority of these kids not built like that. That ain't a Lincoln problem.
No, well, first of all, I would never allow.
If you want to get mad at somebody, talk to Caleb's parents.
Hold on, let me ask you something. AJ. Would Nick Saban allow it?
No, listen. If Lil Sean, God willing, if Lil Sean is good enough to play college football, he can be back-to-back Heisman winner. He gonna finish the race every year.
Let me answer that real quick, AJ. If people ask me every day, would you ever coach again? If I did, I'm doing it my way still, is what I say. And I say that because I'm either going to coach it or allow it. I'm not going to go in here and cater to these kids and say, I'm going to opt out, coach. Well, then you're cut. Like, going into the motherfucker, you're all in or all out. Like, I don't think Pete Carroll's, if he coached college, would allow a guy to sit out. I don't think Nick Saban would allow a guy to sit out of a fucking bowl game or a playoff. I don't think any Urban Meyer. Those guys want to play for those guys because what? They get them to the NFL. So I don't think you're going to sit out. Lincoln allows it.
That's allowed. They can't not allow a kid to do anything. They can say, if you sit out, then AJ, your face ain't good at Alabama no more. But they can't make the kid play.
The biggest issue, and I've said this a couple of times, I think to kind of bring it all back to the original question, I think the preseason polls is the biggest bullshit in all of college football.
100%.
Because you have people that are voting on this and projecting these teams to be good that don't even know the game of football. I mean, it was earlier in the year we had I'm not bashing
Condoleezza Rice
women, but she voted on Florida to be in the top 10 or whatever, and she didn't even realize it was South Florida, right? Yeah. Like we're talking crazy nonsense, and it's not just her. There's men that do the same thing that are allowed. So they're allowed to build these teams up in the offseason so it can create money and clicks and everything. And then it's getting dudes fired, good coaches, a la James Franklin, right? Getting good coaches fired because you got idiots that are building these teams up that don't really know what these teams are about and don't understand. So therefore they put this expectation out there for these fan bases to believe, and a lot of these fan bases don't know what the hell they're talking about, right? And so they jump on the bandwagon and believe all this hype, and then all of a sudden, when shit goes bad, they're like, oh, fire him, like after 2 games. Like, you forget everything James Franklin brought back to the University of Penn State. Like, that's the issue. All the years that you had the those files going on and all the drama happening, and then all of a sudden it takes you years to get back to that standpoint of, Penn State having some rank in college football. And then, you just kick him to the wayside. Like it's unbelievable. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I agree. The problem is, like, we got these guys that are the same boat as women. The guys on this thing, like these two guys we showed with Bomani Jones yesterday, two fucking nobodies, they get on there and they're talking about who a head coach looks like. And there's no way that this guy, because of his haircut, can be a head coach. And I'm just like, this is the people that have a platform that talk this crazy nonsense. Just like the broad that chose South Florida and all that shit. Make me a sandwich. Like, yeah, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. I mean, make me a sandwich. We got topics for you, AJ. Charlie Weis is the big one. Returns to Ole Miss. I've known Charlie a long, long time. Good young dude, man. I like Charlie.
Yeah, he was a USF.
Yeah. He returns, and Lane makes it about him again, Sean. Let him go back, and I'm about my players. I got to ask AJ. I know Siski we're trying to get on here. He's busy recruiting. He boarded a plane to Baton Rouge with Lane Sunday after Lane gave an ultimatum out, and then statement comes from LSU and Kiffin that, hey, I'm going to let Weis go back and coach. Where are you at with this? And does it mean there's a possibility that he stays there in Oxford?
Yeah, there's a big possibility. Listen, it's already been discussed, and it's bigger than Lane. It was the front offices of both schools, of LSU and Ole Miss, talking about this and getting him back. It had nothing to do with Lane. Lane came out and made that statement. But I know a lot of people at Ole Miss believe with him coming back, they will have a chance to keep him for the future. And they believe that wholeheartedly. So it's going to be interesting to see. Like Siski said yesterday, a lot of these offensive coaches had already agreed to a contract before they even knew Pete was going to get the head coaching job. And the defense held out, and the defense of coaches are happy that they held out. And there's been plenty of video that is leaked. You saw how the team reacted. It was almost like when Marcus Freeman got introduced as the Notre Dame head coach. I mean, you can compare both of them. Dudes coming out of the building talking about how happy they are, Pete Golding era, blah, blah, blah. Like, you got All-American linebackers speaking out, and dudes on the leadership group finally coming out and saying, hey, what Lane said is a lie. We all went into that meeting. We know what he said. So I think this is a big, get for Ole Miss to get him back. One, not only for the playoffs, but two, for the future. I think they have a real shot of keeping him and him staying there forever.
Sean, before you go, Sean, before you go, I just want to say Weis is like Lane's baby, though. Like, Lane gave him a bunch of opportunities to elevate in the business, and I told AJ and Siski off record, I was like, man, there's no way Weis doesn't go with Lane. And then when I saw him as the first coach go with Lane, I was like, no surprise. It's surprising me coming back. I don't know if it's PR like AJ. I don't know what it is, but I'm surprised to hear he may be staying. That'll shock me. But go ahead, Sean.
I've known Charlie for a while. When Charlie Strong got fired at USF, he came with the OC from Clemson, Jeff Scott. Good dude. Don't do it, Charlie. When Rockefeller broke up, the guys that stayed with Dame Dash, they were short-sighted. Go with Jay-Z, dog. Because it looked good now, but next year, if y'all have amassed X's of players which you can't control, and y'all ass is 5-5, it's gonna get ugly.
So you're saying stay with Lane?
Yes, go get on the front end of that thing at LSU with Lane. Don't get emotional. Think big picture. Go with Lane, Charlie.
Yeah.
So what part of him being his own man and own coach? And like his dad, I mean, does that not factor in it? Like, I mean, he's been calling the plays. So at what point does he say, hey, I'm good. I want to do my own shit. I don't want credit to be given to you anymore. And it seemed like I'm an afterthought in this. And let me have a chance. I know what the Grove Collective can do for us at Ole Miss. I know the players that we can recruit. I know the players that we have there that respect Pete. And if it's my show, I can make this thing happen and they'll build a statue of me in Oxford. So at what point do you separate, right? Like that's the thing as a coach. I mean, it's the same reason I look at coaches that fall under Coach Saban. They stay there a couple of years, and then after that, they want their own shot, right? It's why Kirby was the longest tenure coach ever. It's why an OC at Alabama never stayed more than 2-3 years. It's because they wanted to get their own gig and do their own thing. This gives Charlie Weis a chance to have his own gig and not be under the umbrella of Lane. So,
well, I respect you, AJ. You're really smart. Although you got to upgrade the public education system in Alabama. It stinks. Fantasy and reality, they collide at some point. See, the differentiation between what you're talking about is almost all of the, especially offensive coordinators at Alabama, were fired head coaches. So they were in a rehabilitation mode. They had gotten fired from a head coaching position, come to Alabama, be the OC.
Not the OCs.
Most of them, Loxley, Kiffin, Sarkisian, all them guys were fired head coaches.
That's later, though.
Major Applewhite got hired. He wasn't fired. Jim McElwain got hired. He wasn't fired. Doug Nussmeier got hired from Washington. He wasn't fired.
But you're going back to the late 90s, early 2000s.
Well, I'm talking about.
It's early. This is
my time.
Yeah, that's AJ.
Lane was after that. Lane got fired.
Sark took over. Sark called that game for Lane. Sark was just an analyst.
Right. Yeah, Lane got fired.
Major became a head coach from the OC at Alabama.
Yeah.
Where? He left Alabama to be a head coach?
He ended up going to when did he take
UAB,
over?
Didn't he? UAB or
no, he went to Houston at some point, but
I
can't remember where he went to right after.
Nussmeier left the OC to go be a head coach?
No, but they brought in Lane. Jim McElwain did.
My point, the OCs at Bama who left the OC position to go be head coaches were all fired head coaches. The other guys didn't. The other guys didn't leave the OC position at Alabama to take head coaching jobs.
You're talking Bill O'Brien. You're talking fucking Sark and Lane, who came as a rehabilitation to your.
There were three that weren't fired head coaches. Jim McElwain is the only one that left the OC at Alabama to go immediately be a head coach. Nussmeier and Major did not. So what I got 7 in my box. Y'all got 1 in your box.
But that doesn't prove your point, though.
We're moving the goalposts, though.
I don't know what you're.
No, we're not. What I'm saying is, and listen, Charlie could do what he want to do. I'm just saying it looks sweet right now because there's so much negative energy towards Lane. But next year, the expectations of Ole Miss are going to be through the roof. Whether Lane stayed or whether Lane left.
Let me ask you this.
To think that Pete Golden and if Charlie stays can meet 11 wins next year, I don't know.
Expectations at LSU are going to be much greater than Ole Miss.
But
much
you're
greater.
In year 1. But you're in year 1.
But it doesn't matter. BK, he had the expectation after year 1. And they were talking about he ain't a right fit. You don't think them paying the Lane $92 million and he goes out there and has a flop? Listen, I know enough Cajuns to know I'm close enough. You close enough. You went to school down there. Them motherfuckers ain't playing around.
Brian
down
Kelly
there and have a flop year.
When Brian Kelly,
they're gonna chop that motherfucker head off.
When Brian Kelly was hired to LSU, I remember saying this: LSU got to be dumb as a box of rocks. How are you gonna hire a straight line Midwestern, no personality guy to come to the middle of the bayou at a top level SEC program? And then when he got up there in that first press conference and tried to sound like Ed Ogeron, like that was doomed to fail from the beginning. Lane's a much better fit at LSU. He's going to ingratiate himself to the people a lot better because they don't got that negative energy that they got in Ole Miss and Oxford right now. And I'm telling you, we're going to revisit it. Hey, Bailey, clip this segment because we're going to revisit this next year in December. And I want to see what it looked like then.
Listen, Jonathan Smith from Oregon State to Michigan State, AJ, that's that fucking was shocking to me.
The only reason I didn't push back on Jonathan Smith leaving was because Oregon State, Washington State got left out of the conference realignment. So you stand at Oregon State, that's a lame duck situation there.
All I'm saying is you think all the stuff coming out about Lane is wild right now. Just wait till you see how LSU handles business, and look up the history of them hiring people to follow head coaches around, to find dirt on them, to let people know this goes as far as the state level. Just look it up. It's not a secret. But look up the people. Look up Ed, Coach Ed. He's loved more than anybody, and look what they did to him. He couldn't even speak about it. And you don't think that with Lane's history, they ain't gonna have multiple people following him around? Listen, this could turn. I'm not saying this is a bad move by any means, because Lane deserves this move. If he wants it, he go get it. But you think it's a shit show now? Wait till you have that first losing season. Turn around and flop this first year.
I want to see.
He's gonna have PIs all over the place.
They gonna be in yoga?
Yeah, all over the place. Hot yoga, cold yoga, nude yoga. I don't care what kind of yoga. They're going to be all over the place. They're going to have PIs hidden.
Hey, yoga good for your hips, man. Your thrust. It improves your thrust, AJ.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you
this. Your
this.
ass ain't got down on no yoga mat in about 18 years.
I get down on the mat. I just can't get back up.
Hell no. You fall down, too. You don't get down. You fall down.
First of all, don't you say nothing, because you took 2 10-step play actions yesterday and damn near stroked out. So you said,
I'm still sore. I'm legit sore right now.
Me and the wife laid in the bed last night, and I saw it on YouTube. I put it up. We watched the whole thing, dying laughing. Bro, I was crying. My ribs were hurting.
Hey,
you see how I seeded the ball, though, AJ? I got that motherfucker, seeded it to my third hand, and then I got it back there. Shit.
We almost had a live death. Man, these numbers would have went through the roof, man. I think they would have did like 10 million views.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick before we move on to the next segment. You got the same energy for Charlie. Do you have it for Brian Hartline if he leaves and takes Oregon job as the OC or Penn State as the head coach and 100%. Does his own thing?
100%.
So why is it okay for him to do his own thing and Charlie Weis to stay with Lane is the thing to do for him?
Well, here's the hard thing as a position coach, and you have to be very careful with this. When you get a national label as a great recruiter, sometimes it's very hard to overcome people thinking you're just a great recruiter. And so I think from Hartline, this is his way of getting from under maybe that narrative at Ohio State, going to a different situation. And if he can elevate that offense, he has a returning quarterback most likely in Dante Moore, and make them look explosive, that his opportunity to become a head coach might be substantiated. Because that's a real thing in college coaching.
Yeah. Let's move on real quick. Vandy's quarterback, who I'm getting fucking tired of, Diego Pavia. Diego Pavia is calling for Donald Trump, our president, to sign an executive order to expand the college football playoff. This motherfucker thinks his shit don't stink, doesn't he? He's got a mom running around doing poses, fucking Theo, and this motherfucker thinks he could now get a fucking 8th year of college and tell the president to pardon his ass. What are we doing here, AJ? And so now he feels that they're on the outside looking in, so he needs to get that 16th team. And he wants Donald Trump to do it in executive order to advance that fucking, what is that, 2 years from now going to 16?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on 1 second, AJ, before you answer. We have breaking news. 2 things just occurred. Chris Klieman at Kansas State is announcing his retirement.
Wow.
And more importantly, on topic, Brian Hartline has just been named the next head coach at University of South Florida.
Wow.
Football Scoop just reported that.
Yeah. Hartline to South Florida. That's interesting.
Bro, that's big. That's big for South Florida.
That is big
That's
for
big
South
for
Florida.
Hartline. That's a great job because they're about to open that brand new on-campus stadium. You can definitely recruit there. I was there. Bunch of kids.
It's bigger if you knew what AJ knew. It's bigger if you knew what AJ knew.
I'll tell you some. I'll shoot y'all. JB knows it, but what they're about to do from a booster.
Oh yeah, I know.
standpoint.
Yeah, I know the new. So they didn't go with an AD. they came up with a different title for my boy Rob Higgins, who's now in control. It's more of a business sports mesh for running the athletic program, and Derek Brooks is his right-hand man, so I'm very in tune, but I did not know that Heartline was going to be named the head coach.
But from a money standpoint,
he's talking about rev share.
Yeah,
that's what I just said.
From a rev share standpoint, they're gonna blow every group of 5 out.
That's what I just said. Rob Higgins is like
you didn't say it though.
Oh my God.
You said you beat around the bush. We direct on this show, Sean. You ran around the bush and shit.
I said instead. So their AD left. Mike Kelly left.
Yeah.
They hired Rob Higgins, but they did not give him the athletic director title. I can't think of the exact title they gave him, but part of it was because he's in control now of rev sharing and all. It's a business athletics mesh.
Yeah. Okay, that was one breaking news. What did you say the other one was?
Chris Kleinman's retiring from
So
Kansas.
I might have called it, AJ. I might have called it 2 weeks ago. I'm going to call it right now. Willie Fritz will be the next head coach at K-State.
Colin Klein from the report, Texas A&M offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he played there, but Willie is from there. Willie is a legend there. Willie wants a big-time gig. And I even heard Penn State last night for Willie Fritz. So I'm curious. Since Kalani anyway, but let me get your take real quick, and we'll get to this. Shout out to Sean for breaking this.
Listen,
what's your take on Pavia first, AJ, real quick?
Yeah, everybody knows I've known the Trump family for a long time, but Trump don't need to be – government doesn't need to be involved in this college football. It's already a shit show. They need to get football people in there making decisions. Part of the committee, split off from the NCAA, figure this thing out. Dudes that know the ins and outs of college football, the issues. And I like Pavia. Pavia has always been good. To me, we've talked a couple times. I ain't got no issues with him. He's trying to make the most of it. I think it is a travesty for college football that they went 10-2. You lose to Alabama in a close game, and you lose to Texas in a close game. They should be in the conversation more. But listen, we can't keep expanding this thing just to astronomical numbers. This shit don't make any sense. At what point is enough? Hell, we'll go to 16, and then 17 is going to be complaining with 4 losses that they should have been in. More. They had the greatest year. I mean, I just don't understand.
Y'all missing the greatest point of emphasis from this report. Isn't this the most fucking Vanderbilt thing ever? Pavia is filing an executive order. Isn't that something you'd expect a player at Vanderbilt to do? Shout out to
from him. From him, yeah. It's crazy. I don't get it. I do agree. I'm sure Colin Klein will probably get that job because of his youth. And Willie's been kind of shut. Willie's been like, Sean, Willie, like his age has cost him probably jobs over the last few years. And Penn State makes more sense to me right now because Penn State is kind of like a school that's tucked away that needs somebody. K-State can go get a younger dude that's an innovative guy, Texas A&M, played there, revered there, like AJ Obama going back to be the OC. Like I can see that happening.
What you got against Houston? Man, Willie Fritz.
I know I have nothing against you. Well, you're going to fucking Penn State over Houston. Sorry.
Nah, man, ride that thing out. Houston, Texas better than Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. Stay where you at, Willie. Win your Big 12 chip.
I wouldn't be mad if he does, but I just think Willie wants that big job. He wants that fucking splash job. That's all I think. But anyway, AJ, 5-star plus quarterback, or 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis. To my point about Lane Kiffin can win at Ole Miss. You can win in Indiana. You can win at Texas Tech. You can win anywhere now. Flip from Georgia to Vanderbilt. He's the number 1 QB in the 26th class. He was committed to the Georgia Bulldogs since May. And I believe he's the highest ranked recruit in history, Vanderbilt history. Where are you at with this kid flipping from Georgia to Vandy? Did Kirby let him go, or do you think he lost him?
No, I think he lost him. I mean, it's like I told King yesterday. You can win anywhere in college football, especially in the SEC. I mean, by them paying Clark Lee, even the guys I've talked to at Vandy that are big money guys, talking about, how much money they're putting into football, how they flip from baseball and basketball all in on football. Like, this shows it. We never in the history of our lifetime have we ever talked about Vandy getting the number one quarterback or a recruit from Georgia that was committed to Georgia to flip. The only time we've ever talked about somebody leaving Georgia to go to Vandy is in law school or to be a doctor. Like, never football. This just lets you know college football is open. You can win anywhere.
This doesn't surprise me for one simple fact. Clark Lee just signed an extension, so he's not leaving, and the kid played at Nashville Christian. Vanderbilt's in Nashville, Tennessee, so with rev sharing and NIL and all that stuff, I can see Vandy putting a package together for a local kid who, if he has aspirations like, AJ wants to be in politics. Now, if he has aspirations after college, this makes a lot of sense for the kid. He went to Nashville Christian. He stays home.
Yeah, I agree. It's good. But, hey, it is what it is. We'll see. So maybe Vanderbilt got the quarterback to replace the guy that's going to be 30 years old here in the next couple of days. Hugh Freeze, AJ, went on David Pollock's show and said he reflected at his time on Auburn. Take a look at this shit. I got to get your take on this one.
Get it from that perspective. I have a sense of joy and thankfulness that Auburn gave me a chance at a place that I love and my family.
What's his hat say, AJ?
King, that's King's family right there.
Did John set this fucking interview up?
Yeah, he called right after we got out the podcast. He was on the phone. He turned around, grabbed his phone out the locker, and said, "Hey, Pollock, I know you're a CAA guy. I need my other CAA guy to go."
Hey,
on.
shout out to Jimmy Sexton. I need a job.
Hey, AJ, you know what's funny and ironic? I hit up Sean. I said, "Hey, man, can you do an emergency show with me real quick?" I'm on the golf course. Well, guess what? Guess who was out there with him, I bet? Fucking this guy. Working on their fucking short game. Take a listen.
We're all here, and the administration that put the ball in my hands to, revive a program that's very proud, that has incredible fans, incredible support. And I have friends here that will be friends for a lifetime. And so for that, I'm incredibly thankful. And
hey,
this is a hard one for me because I think Hugh Freeze is a piece of shit.
Damn.
Like when he got the job,
AJ's boy, man. What the fuck?
Like he got in the press conference talking about how happy he was to retain Cadillac Williams. Cadillac played there. Cadillac did a hell of a job as the interim. He had the heartbeat, the pulse of the players. He was a great recruiter, and he systematically removed Cadillac from the program after year one. So I don't think Hugh Freeze is a good dude ever since he did that. So I hope he never get another job.
Yeah,
so you're racist. You're being racist. You're being racist.
No, that's like
R-A-C-T-I.
AJ. That's like AJ being at Bama. He's a Bama alum. You get the job there. AJ's doing nothing but good stuff for the program, and because of your ego, what's that book say? Ego is the enemy.
Yeah, lame.
You systematically get AJ out of the program after year one because you don't want anybody there that the players love. Like, that's bullshit.
I feel that. Listen, my biggest issue with Hugh is the fact that he was considered a QB guru guy.
Yeah.
And he never fixed that problem. I mean, they've always had issues at the QB position at Auburn and really at Ole Miss for a while. I mean, he had Bo Wallace. He had Chad Kelly, but it's still he never put anything together, and that's the biggest concern. That's why you couldn't keep him. And then listen, they turn around after they fire him and they score the most points in 2 games. They scored like 100 points in 2 games. So listen, he couldn't stay anymore. I mean, it was an issue. I understand losing the close games they did, but you scored 3 points at home versus Kentucky, who's by far the worst team in the SEC. Shit's got to give. Something's got to go.
Yeah, it's they had some. I watched them against you guys, Bama, and I'm like, shit, they got talent.
Oh,
I was like, shit, they got dudes. And you fucking, what's your record? I was like, holy shit. Go golf some more, motherfucker.
Auburn and Florida were the two teams that had bad seasons that when you watch them play, they look like they got NFL guys everywhere.
Auburn's got 3 receivers that are dudes. Singleton, Cam Coleman, and the number 4 that went off. Like, they got guys.
Florida the same way.
Yeah.
UF had dudes. I don't know how Napier screwed that up.
Yeah. AJ, to end this segment, we got some factor cap. So we got to end this AJ segment with factor cap. Sean, you need to bring some energy. You look like you just fucking did a bunch of fucking play actions in the back of the fucking cigar lounge over there.
Hey, read the chat. They think I'm doing a hell of a job today.
Yeah. Low energy. AJ, factor cap. The Bears will be the 1 seed in the NFC.
Looks like fact right now.
I
know. Hey,
Rams got it. Rams will get it locked up. Bears are going to lose 3 more games.
I hope the Rams get it. But I tell you what, Chicago's just finding a way.
Yeah, Ben Johnson's doing a hell of a job. No quarterback. Really he's doing a hell of a job.
It's crazy. Now, listen, that first year turnaround for a lot of dudes, and y'all know this. A lot of times it's easier to have success in that first year because people just don't understand. They don't have enough film, right? You throw in another wrinkle from when you were an OC somewhere, and now you're doing things different. Like that sophomore year, I compare the coaching career of sophomore year to the QB position. Once they get film on you, you better see a difference in that second year, because if you don't, it's over. It's a wrap.
I like this 2-on-1 scenario here. The 2 whites and one brother. Yesterday, I was getting fucked over yesterday by you and Sheldon. So I love this right now.
By the way, that's cap.
All right, factor cap. Go.
Cap. Dallas is running the table. They're going to be 11-5
See, what we're not going to do is allow you to have this blasphemous shit that you just come out with. Like you said, the fucking Jets were going to have a winning record, and you can't just come out of the woodwork and say Dallas is going to surpass the fucking Rams. Are you shitting me on this?
First of all, I'm a grown-ass man. I can do what I want to do. Secondly, Caleb's still only making 50% of his layups.
Hey, right up the contract. Make sure it's the last time this motherfucker co-host. Go ahead.
I think that will catch up with them. Caleb's gotten better, but he still is missing too many layups. So I think it'll catch up with him. I think they got a shot, and I actually have a preseason ticket on the Bears to win the NFC North. So I'm pulling for them. I think they got a shot to win the division.
Motherfucker down.
But
you just got negative.
Dallas, come on, King. Dallas ain't catching the Rams.
Hey, listen. I put a Dallas to win the NFC, Dallas to win the Super Bowl, Dak to be MVP ticket in. Dallas is right now the best team in football.
Hey, you should have gave me that money. I would have flipped it for you down here in Mobile.
Hell yeah, put it at the sushi shop.
I got better odds for you down here.
Hey, Bailey, clip this segment, Bailey. Clip this segment.
We're not going to clip every segment.
I don't want revisionist history because people forget what they say live.
All right, AJ.
I told you.
Fact or cap, AJ, the Cowboys make the playoffs.
Cap.
He just shitted on your whole tape about the best team in football won't even make the playoffs.
Cap.
I'm going to say cap, too. I say they fall off just like Jerry Jones' wig.
Damn.
That's a toupee. That's not a wig. Women wear wigs. Men have toupees. Get your facts right. Fact.
I like about Landman.
Facts.
All right. Fact or cap? AJ, the Lions will miss the playoffs.
Cap.
They're struggling, man. They got to beat the Cowboys this week. This game tomorrow is a big one.
It ends the Cowboys year and gets theirs going.
Hey, facts. Right now, AJ could start it at DB for the Lions, man. Didn't they just announce Terry Arnold out for the year 2 now? Man, they got like the 5th string guys back there. They about to get smoked tomorrow night.
I think the Lions show up tomorrow.
Sam Laporta's out for the year. Armand St. Brown hurt. Like, they got injuries at the worst time. Like, they're done.
AJ, factor cap, the Packers are a serious contender.
Fact. I still think they can put shit together. I mean, Jordan's shown enough to where when he gets hot, they can play
center,
well.
Yeah.
It's just you got to keep building that confidence. But I like the Pack. I think LaFleur is a great coach.
Is Love consistent enough? Is he not a deer in headlights though when it shines brightest? That's my worry.
It is a concern because he comes out and he looks like a young A-Rod, and then some weeks it looks like, damn, he's back to
Ryan Leaf.
Some struggles, but I still believe in him. I think he's talented. And listen, that defense, I still think getting Micah made a difference for him. They fly around the field. I think it's one of those
teams in Dallas helped Dallas.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those teams that could get hot and make a run.
I'm going to say fact, but I'm going to put Friends in front of contender. And I don't think Jordan Love will ever win anything because he developed under Aaron Rodgers. And here's my point. If he would have developed under Tom Brady or Joe Burrow, who are fundamentally perfect, I think Jordan Love would be a better quarterback. But because he watched Aaron Rodgers, and Rodgers got terrible fundamentals because he's got elite arm talent, Jordan mimics all of Rodgers' bad habits, like that throwing the ball off the back foot, falling off balance, never being strong from a base standpoint, and that's why he's so inconsistent. One week, the ball will be right where it's supposed to be. The next week, I mean, he'll be airmail and everything. So I don't think he's gotten that fix, but they're really good on defense. They can run the ball, and when healthy, they got a really good group of wideouts. So I'm going to go Fringe contender, but Aaron is still hurting Jordan because he had to watch him for all those years, and he picked up those bad habits fundamentally.
What's crazy is every quarterback that comes from there that has, I mean, they mimic everything from cadence to throwing motion to the back foot, like
3/4 release.
They don't understand from breaking down. All right, your feet can be all over the place as a quarterback. It's all based. You watch Aaron. It's all based off his front shoulder. Your left shoulder's got to be closed. It's how you can torque throw and make those throws. Your feet don't always have to be, but it's the fact that these dudes don't understand that. So they go out and the front shoulder's open. So it's hard to be accurate. But Aaron's Aaron. Like, I mean, there's only a couple dudes. When Aaron came out of Cal, Aaron was a robot, right? He held the ball way up here. He was
that's
like
Tedford. That's all Tedford shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Brett Favre is the one that taught him, right?
It
made Aaron what Aaron is. Like, from a sense. Now, that's not saying Aaron didn't have crazy talent, but he had to find it by sitting there. I don't know if it worked out the same for everybody else that fell under Aaron's deal, because they all don't have the arm talent that he has, but they all try to mimic everything he does. So Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers had crazy arm talent. Both of them could sling the ball.
No doubt. I kind of hear what Sean said. I don't know. Jordan, to me, mechanically is better than Aaron. Like, as far as fundamentally sound, where his feet and his front lead shoulder and everything kind of is in unison, where Aaron would be all over and just the arm talent was stupid. Love don't have that same arm talent, but fundamentally he's more in line to me. So I think he actually looks more like a Burrow or a Brady in the pocket than Aaron, because Aaron would have been running around. Like, I don't see Jordan being as ad-lib as Aaron was at the same age. So I think he'll be all right. But we'll see. AJ, last thing for you. Appreciate you coming on. Back for Cap. Texas should be a college football playoff team.
Cap. Yeah, I'm a SEC guy, but listen, I understand 3 top 10 wins, but you lost 3 games, right? You didn't lose the 3rd game in the SEC championship. You can't be complaining. I think it's a travesty that they had Texas in front of Vandy. I think from a ranking standpoint, Vandy should be in front of them. But Texas is a good team. Now, if we were going off the top 12 teams in the country, like for real top 12 teams in the country, Vandy's in that conversation. But the format we're in, where we include everybody and try to give everybody a chance at winning a trophy, like they can't be in that conversation.
Do you realize that there could be a Tulane or a James Madison or one of these group of 4s or even 2, and one of these SEC powers will be left out, like a Bama, Georgia loser. I think Georgia don't fall out, but Bama would if they lose, which is crazy. I think they should just swap with Notre Dame if that was how it currently is. If you play for the SEC title game against Georgia, who you already beat once, I don't believe you should fall out of the thing. But that'll give them 3 losses, same as Texas. And Texas will be left out. Miami will be left out, and possibly Bama. And you'll get Tulane and James Madison in. And then you got a 7-5 Duke team playing for a conference title. Something needs to change, man. Like, if you're going to keep adding teams, you can't just fucking throw teams in there that just make this thing a mockery.
First of all, it's fact. And what needs to change is that dumbass take AJ just gave. Texas mollywop Vandy. Don't look at the final score. They beat Vandy from the rooter to the tutor when they played. It's up.
Nah, but you ain't listening to macro.
You got to go off the final score because Vandy came back in the second half.
It was bogus. I watched the game.
I did too.
Texas has one bad loss. The at Florida loss is a bad loss. Their other 2 losses are season opener versus Ohio State and then Bama.
So hold on, though. So what's your argument for Notre Dame to be ahead of Miami? Then Miami beat them.
So the problem with me, I don't have Notre Dame ahead of Miami. I think Notre Dame's schedule is trash. It's nothing they can control.
It is.
Boise State ended up being bad this year. Arkansas was bad. Like, you look at that schedule, the 2 good teams they played, they lost to, Miami and Texas A&M.
And that's what my point is.
But it is something they can control, King. They're independent.
But my point being, when you booked Boise 4 years ago, Boise looks like you're going to be playing a top 20 type non-power 4 team.
Stop. This ain't the Fiesta Bowl versus Oklahoma.
But
Boise we ain't proposing to somebody after we beat them in on the Statue of Liberty.
You know they
Boise ain't the same Boise.
You know they booked the schedule 5 years in advance.
They're not marrying their girl on the fucking field.
Boise ain't been Boise since the Fiesta Bowl.
Listen. Boise was in the college football playoff last year. Facts, right?
They ain't been good to LeGarrette Blunt socked old boy in the face.
Yeah, Ashton Genty and them. They were in the college football playoff and won a game, by the way. So
and you think they should have been in the playoff last year?
All right.
My point being, if a win over last year's Boise team looks better than a win over this year's Boise team. I'm saying the schedule was made 5 years ago. You couldn't predict that you were going to play this year's Boise instead of last year. All I'm saying is, through no fault of their own, they don't have a good win, in my opinion.
They don't, but why do they keep getting the love, AJ? I'm trying to figure out why Notre Dame continues.
Brand.
I get it, but damn, they lost to Miami. Miami has multiple top 25 wins. Notre Dame has 0 other than SC at the time was what, 24?
I'm not arguing for Notre Dame to be in the playoff.
No, I just don't get why they continue to. Here's the issue I have, AJ, real quick for you, Lee. BYU was told to ever have a shot at the playoff, you got to get in the conference. BYU got in the conference. They got 1 loss, and they're out of the fucking top 12 right now. But Notre Dame continues to stay out of one and is in the playoff hunt. It makes no sense. It's hypocrisy at its finest. They keep rearing their ugly heads, man. I just don't understand. And then they want to talk about conference titles meaning something, but you have a 7-5 team that lost to UConn, Duke, in playing for your championship. Like, this shit is not right. Like, there's no way. So if Duke wins, are they in?
Nah, they're out.
Thank God.
They're out, but it puts James Madison and Tulane if both of them win.
And Bama possibly out with somebody else.
So that's the crazy part. The other wrinkle is the BYU factor, because Texas Tech is even if they lose in the Big 12 championship, they're not going to knock them from 4 all the way out.
So your point is BYU knocking Bama out?
I think BYU. I think by the committee changing to where Bama went to 9 and Notre Dame went to 10 after both of them won and Notre Dame beat Pitt bad, I think that shows that Notre Dame's going to be the first one out. They're trying to find a way to get Miami in, and I think Miami knocks Notre Dame out late. I think this is all a setup for Notre Dame now. I think Notre Dame's in trouble more than anybody.
To the question, which was Texas in the playoff, all of us like Texas over Miami, BYU, and Notre Dame neutral field this Saturday.
I don't know.
Hold on. Say that again.
All of us like Texas over Miami, BYU, or Notre Dame neutral field this Saturday.
I don't.
I don't.
Who are those 3? Which y'all think?
I don't think they beat
I take
BYU.
Miami, and I'll possibly take Notre Dame over Texas.
I'll take BYU. I think BYU plays more physical, and their O-line, D-line can match Texas for the first time in a long time. That's the issue I have.
I think Carson Beck has quietly been the most efficient guy this year, and that's kind of wild because he had a stretch of those 2 games where he didn't play well. But efficiency standpoint, he's actually had a really good year. And then their D-line is back to playing where the last 4 weeks they have looked like they were earlier in the year, where their D-line is getting after it. I think from an O-line and D-line standpoint, they're a really good team. If they play up to their ability, this Miami team is a dangerous team.
By the way, AJ, I have a ticket on Miami to win the Natty, so I'm hoping they get in. But I wouldn't take them over Texas neutral field.
Let me ask you something. If there was a college football commissioner, though, and he had the autonomy to go in and say, all right, a guy that knows football, Nick Saban, let's say, he goes in there and says, all right, well, Miami's playing the best right now. So they have to get in, to AJ's point. That shit matters to me. They played game 1. They still beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame's still ahead of them, and Miami's playing better right now, arguably. Carson Beck's playing better right now, arguably, than Notre Dame's quarterback, and their team's playing better. And that needs to happen. Something needs to happen with that.
To this point, the guy that's the head of the college football playoff committee, he was asked a direct question yesterday.
It's Ushich or whatever from
Hunter Yurachek.
They said, so you're telling us that Miami can't jump Notre Dame.
He kept avoiding it, but yeah.
With neither one of them playing the game, and he was non-committal. So he basically was saying that that's still a possibility.
He did answer the question, though. He said we have in the literature, you can jump with both teams being off. Right. So you can move. So to AJ's point, I want to know how Miami – so you're saying, AJ, Texas is out regardless. There's no way they jump in.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're
Texas
out.
Is done.
So they're
Texas
out.
and Vandy are done. I think 11 and 12 actually have a chance. Yeah, I think it's a toss-up. Depending on if BYU wins, they're in because you're a champion. You're Big 12 champion. That keeps Texas Tech in. So who does that knock out? That knocks out Notre Dame. Because Bama goes back. I think even if Bama loses, you're not going to penalize somebody in a conference championship that is already in and playing in a conference championship because you had to play one extra game. If you see that happen, Greg Sankey, the SEC, will pack their shit up and leave. And you want to talk about burning the whole system down? It will not be good for college football from an NCAA standpoint. I think it's good from a sense of they finally start separating, and Greg Sankey and the Big Ten commissioner finally get together and say, hey, let's break off from this shit and do our own thing. But which is in the process of trying to happen. I've told JB this, but I think Miami is the only team that has a shot of getting in.
Damn, it's gonna be.
Hey, if you in the chat and you feel like I feel right now, I'm with some elite white people. Like I'm sick of this SEC shit, and then y'all keep trying to talk down on Tulane. Like, just some real WPS I'm dealing with today. You elitists, y'all sitting up in this gated fucking community, looking down on the regular people, acting like y'all are some entitled dudes.
Coming from a brother that's in a cigar lounge that fucking members only.
Can't get in,
It's 50,000 just to get your name on the list.
Fucking CAA. CAA is a motherfucker. Illuminati of the fucking whole goddamn football world.
Hey, King found his way. King, the only brother part of that lounge. He talking about WPS.
Hey, it's him and Jordan.
Yeah. He out there. They walk in. They like this. What's up, King?
It's him, Jordan, and Chris Paul since he got cut yesterday. So
hey, shout out to my dog Darren Waller. We may be the only two black members.
Hey, Darren Waller's my boy.
Yeah, D Waller, good people.
So how he got signed? I'm in Oakland. All right, it's me and Gru. We're out there on the field early pregame, and me and him are tossing the ball, and I'm watching D Waller warm up. Like he's out there, and they got like the scout team QB, practice squad QB for Baltimore throwing to him. I'm watching this dude. I'm like, bro, I didn't see him on the scouting report because I was running the scout team. Like, I ain't have no tight end. Who is this? and I found out. So I went to my boy that was playing for Baltimore. I'm like, hey, who is that? He's like, oh, that's Darren Waller. Like, he has some history with some shit coming out of college. He's on the practice squad. I went straight to Drew. I said, sign him. He said, what? I said, sign him. I said, I've been watching him out of his breaks, how he catches the ball. This dude is a dog. Go get him. What'd we do right after the game? Signed him.
Oh, inside tea right there. Some tea right there. Insight right there that none of you else will get nowhere else in America on the Realest Show on Planet Earth. Man, pound that like, subscribe, become a member. You guys did your show yesterday, AJ?
Yeah.
T, I gotta get T Rich back on. I be adding all your clips to my story and T Rich. Oh,
that's my guy.
T Rich. That motherfucker just. Well, like that motherfucker is like way funnier than King. So anyway, pound that like, man. AJ, we'll see you next week, man. Appreciate you. Hopefully we got the channel still.
Peace.
AJ McCarron, everybody, clap it up.
I like AJ. Good people. I like AJ, man.
He is, man. I love when it's 2-on-1.
Because you need help.
I will ask AJ that question, Joe Accord. I saw that and I forgot to get it to you. By the way, is Gibby in here talking shit? So I blocked Gibby on Twitter yesterday. Gibby offered me $20,000 to sign a contract to be on the show, and I said, "Bitch, please, you got me fucked up. You think I need your motherfucking money, bitch? Come in here talking about." You paid for Thanksgiving. Bitch, please. I send your shitty ass little money back. You're a fucking weirdo. You need some help, motherfucker. You're on some sort of meth or crack or rock or something. But your bitch ass need to go fucking somewhere else. Yeah, I did turn around. I did turn away $20,000, bitch. Because I don't need your $20,000. Get your bitch ass off the fucking goddamn internet, man. Go do something for somebody. Shit. Motherfucker, got me.
Can I get a raise? Can I get a raise?
Because I turned $20,000 down.
I mean, you could have gave that to me and Smitty, you know.
See, I'm from the hood. At the end of the day, you don't.
I know.
You know why I turned it down.
Morally, I'm with you.
Motherfucker thinks they got something over you now because they gave you $20,000. Motherfucker, please, I make $20,000 today. Motherfucker, I go put my books online tomorrow and I make $20,000. Bitch, shut up. Make me a fucking sandwich.
Tell him, dog, you got a yacht.
You sound like Ryan Clark, motherfucker.
Docked at Newport Beach.
You sound like Sean King fucking defending Ryan Clark out here.
First of all, that's my frat brother. Shout out to all the noops out there.
I cooked him on Twitter yesterday.
Man, you don't be cooking nobody, man.
And by the way, you're getting cooked by the fucking fan base. Apparently, when they said mean to cook me, whatever that mean, I guess you're getting cooked from apparently for your take on the whole Lane Kiffin shit. So apparently you're being cooked. Whatever that means.
It's a lot of men masquerading as scoring women out there. It explains it. It's 2025 in America. Rappers wearing dresses, football players painting their fingernails, fucking NBA players doing TikToks with booty shorts on. Like, it's a fucked up country. Ain't a whole lot of strong ones that's gonna side with a strong one, but the real ones know. And they hit me up in my DM. So shout out to all the real ones out there in America, keeping it a buck.
Hey, we're going to talk about this right after this commercial break. Sean and I have a strong take on what's going on here in Pittsburgh. We're going to get some NFL talks and keep the show going in the second and third hour. So pound that like, man. We'll be back right after this. Fill my coffee. Sean's going to go see if Waller's around, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen? Coach, just great car. Great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, side of the road, LA, I assume that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA College Football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of this is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit. Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What time did we start the show 4 years ago? What time are we doing it? How long? 4 years ago?
Nah, I don't know. It's pandemic. It was.
It was before COVID, homie. What do you mean? COVID had shit yet, homie. Hey, look at that.
I was 16 and motherfuckers didn't wait. I didn't know 30 pounds.
People saw that shit hard. Like this.
That's my boss thing.
And climbing.
That was a cat picture. I gotta find this. What's going on?
Yeah, we're back in the building, man. Pound that like button, subscribe, become a member. Baby, I'm gonna send you something. Can you clip it, like crop it, and like we're using it? I'm gonna use it for an idea. But just clean it up. I'm gonna fucking fake the funk on a nasty dunk. Smitty, Smitty's not here. Sean called me Smitty yesterday, and I'm still kind of hot off of it, quiet as kept. But
see, Smitty, my guy, so you can call me Smitty. I'm cool with that. That's my dude. Shout out to Smitty. Hope he get that
you
W.
You call like a white dude that's like 6 inches taller than Smitty. Smitty.
Hey, Hopefully he get the WNBA negotiation complete. So. Oh, I know he down there consulting in Atlanta. Brittany,
hey, let's dive in. We got to dive into this thumbnail, dog, because I'm confused. I'm confused, dog. Before we talk about this video and who's in it, first of all, Ben Roethlisberger came out and said Mike Tomlin needs to leave right now and take the Penn State job. James Harrison, who everything that I knew was tight with Tomlin, apparently that's not true. He's been bashing Tomlin every single day on his new podcast. And I have to say this, Sean, I have a fundamental issue with a former player bashing a coach, regardless of how you felt about him after you're gone. See, my thing is we all play for coaches that we may not have liked or disagreed with or that were hard on us or whatever. Later, I actually find that to be, I'm more appreciative, not less, and come out and bash him now. What does bashing this guy now have to do with any of your takes? I don't understand the James Harrison thing, but we have a video for you to catch up with and see James Harrison talking about Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh.
Get you to play beyond your potential. My potential for me as an undrafted free agent was a special teams player for life. But Keith Butler was my linebacker coach, and he got me to play beyond my potential. He was a great coach. Dick LeBeau was a great defensive coordinator. He got our defensive players to play beyond their potential. And right now, we can't even play to it. So you tell me where there's a good coach on this staff, because right now, I don't see anybody playing to their potential. Mike Tomlin is in control of hiring coaches, okay? And he may not be the one coaching the position, but he is in position to hire the coaches to get the potential out of our players. And right now, he has not put coaches in the position that can get the potential out of what it is that we have. Because I know what TJ Watt can do. I know what Cam Hayward can do. I've seen what Alex Highsmith can do, brother. I've seen Jalen Ramsey, Patrick McQueen. I can go on, but I'm not seeing it. Why?
I can't listen to James talk like that too long. God damn, that motherfucker sounds special. Number one. Number two, can we take the hoodie off your eyes, you fucking idiot on the right? Like, who the fuck is that? Number two.
Hey,
number three.
This is like a dangerous podcast they own, don't it?
Like, what the fuck are they? This motherfucker about to rob a motherfucker. James Harrison out here talking. Like, holy fuck, homie. What? Here's the thing. I don't get what he's saying, dog. I'm going to be real with you. I don't understand why James Harrison played there and mentioned all those coaches that helped him. Sean, does he realize that there's like a pecking order to shit, and there's like a CEO and there's a manager and there's a fucking like, does he realize there's a floor supervisor, and then there's that floor supervisor has a supervisor? So the floor supervisor is the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and then they look up to a supervisor, which is Mike Tomlin, and then Mike Tomlin looks up to a guy that actually picks the talent, a GM, and then he has a guy that's called the owner. I'm trying to figure out how James Franklin, after all these years, don't realize that Mike Tomlin was never going to fucking coach you individually. He may have gave you some sweet nothings in your ear, but he wasn't going to fucking coach you, James. He hired those guys. You just double standard your take. You just said he hired great coaches to coach you. Did he not, Sean, without him even realizing, he just said he got fucking coached up and got advanced by his staff. And now he's bashing the guy that says he hired a shitty staff. Make it make sense, dog. I'm so confused right now. I don't believe he realizes the hypocritical take that he just made by saying Tomlin hired great coaches for you, but now he has shitty coaches. It makes no sense.
So what I try and do is not get emotional, because I think the facts are more important than your feelings.
I like feelings.
Pittsburgh's tied for first in their division right now. Like, if I was listening to James Harrison and I didn't know what their record was, I would think they the damn Tennessee Titans or something. Like, they 3-9. Like, they are tied for the division lead right now. They still got a chance to win the division and get in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. Like, so I don't get the energy pertaining as it pertains to right now where Pittsburgh is.
Yeah, I don't either. They're not great. We know they're kind of like up and down, and we understand where Aaron is. And you and I both been on Aaron's bumper about how he is with players, and his leadership capabilities are not what they used to be because now he thinks he's better than he is. Maybe we don't know. All I know is your body language tells us more than what you say out of your motherfucking mouth, and that's just the truth. Aaron Rodgers' body language this whole season, even when they were winning, has been shitty.
Last year was bad with the Jets.
Last year was bad. But the thing about it is, does he realize that the Bo, as one of the greatest minds in football, was already goddamn a cadaver? How long do you think he was going to coach, James? He was already at the end of his career. He was under Cowher's staff. So, like, I don't understand why he don't realize that there's people that elevate people, friends, nepotism, whatever you want to go down. The family tree, the coach's tree. There's trees to this. So Cowher appointed and got Tomlin the job. He immediately wins a Super Bowl damn near. And then he's won every year, never had a losing record, but they haven't got over the hump. I know they haven't won a playoff game since 16, and that's the number one thing. I get all that. But you play for the man that got you a Super Bowl that at some point, whether you know it directly or indirectly, he affected your outcomes. Mike Tomlin did, James. You just don't know it because you weren't in the staff meeting, Sean. Like, he acts like he was in the staff meeting when Tomlin's ripping someone's ass and telling him he needs to. We're watching film on the coaching James and Harrison, and we're like, if you don't get James Harrison's ass down today and get his ass through the hoop, like, they're acting like he don't realize how this thing works. Like, that shit is fucking ridiculous.
And JB, they acting like they don't watch the tape.
Yeah.
A coach's job, the head coach job, is to create a culture, right? Obviously, he's done that on some level because they've never had an off year. They've never, like you mentioned, never been below 500. When you watch the Steelers play, guys are in position to make plays. They ain't making the plays. Patrick McQueen was a great player. He looks old and slow in space. TJ Watt on third down ain't getting to the quarterback. That ain't a coaching problem. That's a player problem. When they're playing man-to-man coverage in those contested balls, the wide receivers are coming down with the catch. I would have felt better about James Harrison's argument if he says the Pittsburgh Steelers have done a terrible job of putting elite talent together offensively.
Yeah,
they are a pedestrian group offensively from a talent standpoint. Like, I would agree with that, but the coaching component, like, Harrison mad about something. Like, he's using this as a platform to get even on something that he disagrees with that I don't know about.
I was going to say the same thing. And remember he bounced to the Patriots? Mm-hmm. I think there's some beef with that. I got to look into it. I really don't give a shit either, but, like, there's something to it. This ain't just – every show's about Mike Tomlin and he does. And I get it. You played there. But, like, is he bashing Belichick? Like, I'm confused because he went to New England. I don't see him bashing Belichick. So, like, I don't know, man. This seems personal. I don't know. But, again, we get these guys that come out, and I don't know. I just have no respect for a guy that bashes a coach, your former coach.
He made it seem like Tomlin's irrelevant. Like, Tomlin played no role in their success, which is crazy.
Well, let's flip the question and keep it on the same topic. Where are you at with Mike Tomlin currently, and does he need to exit stage left?
So I don't think Tomlin's on the hot seat. I do think Mike Tomlin going somewhere else might be good for Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rejuvenation.
Sometimes a change of scenery, man, makes you young again.
Does he want to go and deal with a New York media or rather go down south, more quiet Nashville?
See, I would go to New York because I think they got more pieces.
They do.
They got more. New York, the Giants aren't far. When they come back healthy with a good offseason, they're not far away from having enough talent to be a legit contender. So I think he's way farther away than the Giants are.
I just don't get the comparison when comparison is what, a thief of joy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the comparison between this man and John Harbaugh in Baltimore, their rival. I don't get it. They're basically the same resume, identical resume. Baltimore's won more recent playoff games. I'll be that. Okay, cool. But on the resume, at the end of the day, Sean and I look at resumes to hire in 20 years. They have the same resume. And literally, they both have the same record this year. The difference, the thing I have, Sean, the problem I have in defense of Tomlin over Harbaugh is Harbaugh's had one common denominator where a lot of people have anointed a two-time guy as an MVP in Lamar Jackson. You've had one of the greatest O-lines and defenses on record for the last 7 years, and you have zero to show for it. Just like Shanahan in Frisco. That's why I'm hard on him. Tomlin lost Roethlisberger, Sean. I'm just finishing. He lost Roethlisberger and has played chess and checkers with multiple musical chairs at quarterback.
In 2025, Baltimore is better than Pittsburgh at every position on offense.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Like, who's Pittsburgh have at wide? I think Metcalf's overrated. I've been saying that for a long time.
I think Metcalf's a one-trick pony.
He is. And he walks down interceptions. That's all he's known for. Everything else, the Austin kid's been a bust. I thought he was going to be better. Even when you add Aaron Rodgers around him, he hasn't been able to get him ball. They're in 30 personnel damn near the whole game because they have no wideouts. They got 330-pound tight ends out here, and that's their offense. And we're expecting this team to be fucking 10-2.
Listen, Derrick Henry's better than Jalen Warren. Mark Andrews better than Pat Freiermuth. Lamar Jackson's better than Aaron Rodgers. The Baltimore Ravens receiving group is light years ahead of the Steelers. Like, Harbaugh got a whole lot more pieces, and they record worse.
Yeah, so, exactly.
They record worse.
Yeah, I don't get it. Listen, I agree, though. I believe it is probably time to go because at some point you don't want to keep hearing the noise. You don't want to hear the outside noise when you've done a lot for this place. And Pittsburgh, to your point, the owner and the organization in totality, they just don't get rid of coaches. They've had, 3 in 100 years? I mean, what have they had, really? 4 coaches, I believe, in 100 years? You go back to Noel, right?
Yeah,
or
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher,
Noel,
and Mike Tyson. And I think they had one guy really briefly before Chuck Noll.
Yeah, LeBeau or something. Wasn't he the interim for a minute or something? I don't know. But I don't know, man. They don't fire coaches. And so I agree. I believe it'll be a mutual thing. They walk in together and they say, hey, man, I'm going to go try this somewhere else. Because he's relatively young in the coaching profession world as far as those terms go. So he's not 80.
Because he's a great orator, I wouldn't be surprised if he resigns, goes on TV for a year, kind of visits a bunch of different places, checks out some owners, some culture, and then comes back a year after.
Like Vrabel.
Yeah.
And shows how good of a coach he is.
He's going to be great on TV.
Oh, yeah. He would, because the words and, yeah.
First of all, because he's a noob. So shout out to all the noobs in the chat, too. I ain't realized, man, Phi Nu Pi was deep like that, supporting the Coach JB with Big Smitty show, man. Woo!
Who?
All the brothers of the prestigious fraternity Kappa Alpha Psi.
CAA?
Shout out to Jimmy Sexton. Hey, man, look, I'm in negotiation with JB. If this don't go right, Sexton, I might need a job. So, man, look out for your boy.
Speaking of looking out, Kalani Sitake played chess while y'all were playing checkers.
Yes, he did.
Everybody thinks that he turned it, man. Kalani Sitake got 12 damn million after it's all said and done at BYU. When have you ever seen such a leap from 3 million to 12 million with incentives? When have you ever seen something like that? And your point yesterday, This is his fit. It's his home, blah, blah, blah. My point was, if you ever want to get to the next level, you got to go. He decided to stay, and he played chess while everyone was trying to. They got the cookie crumble owner, billionaire. They got the Asian billionaire that's a big investor. And they said, man, let's pay this guy. And shout out to BYU and getting it done, man. And that reason alone, because if you saw when he told his team yesterday he was staying, they went bananas, and there is no ill will. Show that.
Hey, let's go. Listen, I know we talked about it yesterday and all that, but we don't need any more distractions, okay? You guys know we're working on all the details with agents and everything, but I'm not going anywhere.
That right there, Sean, to me, beats Texas Tech. That right there gets them over the hump and beats Texas Tech.
No shot, but I enjoyed that moment. But Texas Tech is actually legit. Their one loss this year, their starting quarterback was out. The loss to Arizona State, they played the backup. Texas Tech is like to me the team in the college football playoff, because nobody watches the Big 12, that like could surprise a whole lot of people and be playing in the title game.
We got a press conference, Bailey, of that Kalani deal. Let's take a look.
Have you been happy with the way you've been treated financially by BYU and your staff?
Yeah, I mean, I've gained weight. You can tell. I'm living a good life. So, and then the more Joey buys dinner for me, the better my life will get.
Dog, that's a Gucci job. Provo, if you can deal with the cold, Provo is a beautiful city, low crime rate, great education. You kind of got to be in the Mormon faith to really like have a bunch of friends there. But man, look, you're making some good money in Provo, man. You can live a good life, dog.
Oh, well, he played there. I mean, he's, the shit. LDS. I mean, listen, Kalani's Jack Mormon. Don't get it twisted. That's my dude. I mean, I'm talking dude right here. I love it. I love everything he did. His pops and Braden Fajoko, they're all related. Tongans. Great community guy, man. Unbelievable friend. Unbelievable friend. Does it the right way regardless. So shout out to Kalani. Glad to see him. I wouldn't have been mad if he went to Penn State either. I just think he's paid his dues. So he can leave, and Lane Kiffin can leave, but he can't.
That's different.
Nah. It's BPS to the fullest.
Man, look, you can't compare the state of Mississippi to Utah.
No, you can't. But me leaving fucking Provo to go to Penn State, you can.
That's like upper middle
elite
versus. I mean, is there anything? Shout out to some good people.
Not making excuses.
It's some good people in Mississippi, but I'm just saying, dog. Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Another good friend of mine, man, Taj Lupoy, will be the next head coach at Cal Berkeley. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked that he took it. Personally, knowing Taj, going from Bama to the Cleveland Browns, back to Oregon, UW, with Sark, all the places he's tasted the big act, and now Cal being in this ACC, having to travel to go play fucking Miami and Virginia and fucking all the way across the country, which makes zero sense to this whole schedule. I'm surprised he took it and didn't go for something bigger later in another year or so. But shout out to him, man.
That's his alma mater, right? Didn't he play at Cal?
Yeah. Here's the issue. Great recruiter. I would put him in the top 5 in the country right now. Great recruiter.
I would go make Marshawn Lynch my running back coach. And if they make a bowl the next 2 years, he'll get a bigger job if he wants it.
Marshawn Lynch get his ass fired. And motherfucker go on a fucking pod.
Ain't no rules now. You can't break no rules.
You better hire me then if you're gonna hire Marshawn Lynch. If you're not worried about filter, then fuck it. Hire JB, fucking Marshawn Lynch, hire all of us then. Shit.
Hey, that's actually a beautiful part of California right there. I was on that campus last year. That's a beautiful area right there.
Well, it's gay and liberal now, but yeah, it's a beautiful place.
I'm talking about the aesthetics.
Oh no, so Cal's right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Bicycle Lane or whatever they call it is right down the road, and it's UC Davis.
Now, Oakland in and of itself, I'm not vouching for, but I'm saying just the Cal bubble.
Because you got Cal, UC Davis, Stanford, and you got San Jose State not too far away. You got used to have Cal State Hayward back in the day when we were young. There's a lot of beautiful campuses right there, like within, I don't know, 100 miles. Like beautiful, beautiful, unbelievable. Forest, green, fucking 2 hours away, maybe. Okay, so within 2 hours, you got Davis, Cal, Stanford, San Jose, Sac State now. That's relevant with your boy coaching. Used to have Hayward. Used to have Cal State Hayward. Used to have Sonoma State, Chico State, all canceled football. So,
I spent a couple of days there. I had some business. I felt like I literally was in a scene from Good Will Hunting. Like the nostalgia hit me. Like I really enjoyed that specific area. Now, once you get outside the Cal bubble, like Oakland get a little weird, but that specific area was pretty nice.
Mr. Mongo Slade says, how you a brother supporting Provo?
What the hell that mean?
I don't know. BPS. Kansas State, you broke the news earlier. Chris Kleiman set to retire. I don't believe there's no way he retired. I don't buy it. I believe this was a pressure move. He hasn't lived up to expectations. He's a D3 guy by nature. Him and Lance Leipold's finding out. Both are legendary guys, Wisconsin, Whitewater, and all these places, the smaller schools. Lance goes to a place like Buffalo, turns them around. Kleiman goes to a place like North Dakota, turns them around. And then you get with the big fish and the big sea, and they spit you out, Sean. It's sometimes good to be the big fish in the little pond. Sometimes when you go from that big pond, dog, and the little fish, you get ate quick. These guys don't last. It's hard, man. Look at Napier. These mid-major guys struggle, man. They're already comparing Napier to your guy, Summerall. You've already seen it. Like, it's unfortunate, too, but at the same time, there's a reason Mark Pugh's never left Gonzaga. The smartest motherfucker in all of the goddamn sporting world. He knew. He knew not to take that UCLA job, Sean. He knew.
What if I said Kleiman just got caught in the evolution of college football?
That could be true, but again, doesn't that relate to D3, though?
All the things that made Kansas State great are now not relevant in college football. The cats don't need test scores no more. This transfer portal, the NIL. Kansas State was great because they can go out and get JUCO guys. They could get prop kids. They could get a lot of kids.
They lived on JUCO,
that couldn't get in other places. But now with the rule changes, everybody can get those kids. So now it's harder for them to put together the kind of teams they had when Michael Bishop and all those guys were there. All those guys were kids that couldn't qualify other places. So Kleiman got K-State as
the Hall, Lockett.
Yeah, so now you can't get enough kids there.
Yeah, listen, I think Leipold's next. Unfortunately, I love Lance. I love Kleiman. They're both good dudes. I don't know. See, Willie Fritz is still like figuring it out. He always evolves. Like these other guys tap out, and I don't know if it's from maybe Willie having experience at every single level as a position coach, coordinator, and then head coach. So he went and Sam Houston wins a natty. He goes to Central Missouri, D2, wins a natty. He goes to Tulane, turns him around. He 200 plus 230 wins or whatever he has, top 10, I think, in NCAA history. Willie's always kept figuring it out and keeps figuring it out no matter his age. These guys are tapping out.
Here's the thing with Leipold. You made a good point, or maybe it was AJ earlier, how Vanderbilt shifted. They went from baseball and basketball to all in on football. Kansas hadn't made that shift yet. Kansas is still a college football program in a Power 4 conference that had a track around their home football field a couple years ago. So they still basketball first. So until they make the decision internally to really support football, I think Leipold's safe because they got realistic expectations. Get us to a bowl, Don't get in no trouble. Don't embarrass us.
That's changing though. That's changing though. Because they're adding one of the most expensive athletic build-outs in all of college football in Lawrence, Kansas. Like, they're going to have a $900 million facility. Like,
for just football or for all the sports?
Athletics.
Right.
But their football facility.
That's not commitment to me.
No. But their football facility and their football shit is off the charts. Like, it's up there, dog. Like, for a place in Lawrence, Kansas, which is a great college party town, much better than a Manhattan, Kansas to me. If I had to choose, I'm taking Lawrence all day. Close to the KC airport. I mean, they're both not far, but different areas. I'm taking Lawrence all day. The town is better. The women are better. Like, all that shit. I don't see them allowing you to stay there, and I put in a bunch of money in this field house and all this Fog Allen and all this shit they're re-upping and lose. Or stay mediocre. Like, he's got to win next year, in my opinion. Lance Leipold does in Lawrence. And I think Kleiman saw the writing on the wall with what you're talking about and is like, I'm out. I'm going to tap out respectfully. I wouldn't be shocked if he's back in the North or South Dakota or Wyoming or something like that. That fits his deal. I think K-State, Manhattan, you're in the middle of that thing. You know, you got to play these teams now that you just ain't going to compete with dollar-wise. Manhattan's not going to fork over the cheese. Lawrence may. Lawrence has several billionaire boosters. One of them was mine at Independence, who owns Cobalt Boats, who's the creator of them. So
I'm going to stand on this, JB. If your football program has roommates, you ain't fully committed to football. And here's what I mean. The building that they go in every day, if women's volleyball is in one part of it and men's baseball is in another part of it,
no doubt.
And y'all sharing the same weight room, I don't care how much money you put into that building, y'all still ain't fully.
You're giving away inside information, though. You're giving away things that the chat don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
though. Like when I got
when you really committed to football,
time, we didn't have a fucking weight room. I said I'm not sharing a weight room with girls volleyball.
But for those in the chat that don't know, when you really committed to football, football got its own area on campus that's football only.
And then when you're really committed, you got 2 and 3 places.
Absolutely.
Like Alabama's got 3 football weight rooms. Clemson and Oregon got 3 football fucking facilities. Like, when you really committed, yeah, nobody even comes in there. Women softball, she come in there because she's maybe the girlfriend or something, but they're not allowed in there. Unfortunately, Title IX stirs, they're not allowed in there. So, I don't know. It's a different world. That's a great point. We'll see what happens to him, but I don't know. But let's dive into this. Your wheelhouse. Fletcher Mackel of NBC NOLA, a trusted Tulane source, tells him, expect a decision this week. No shortage of interest in the Tulane job. And we've heard Will Hall, Chris Hampton, Blake Baker, but also Coach Ed Orgeron is interested. I was going to bring it up with AJ because from what I've heard, it's a done foregone conclusion that Orgeron's already back with Lane in LSU. I personally would like to see Ed take the helm of something instead of go back to where I could never go back to a place I won the Natty as the head coach. Like, there's no way I can go back as the assistant when I was the head guy and I won a Natty, and now I'm listening to a guy tell me how to do things. I couldn't, but that's Class A narcissism, and I get it. Maybe Ed's grown and matured. I don't know. Kudos to him for that, but there's no way I can win a Natty and then go back to a guy that's never won a Natty. There's no way I could do it. Well, and everybody can talk about let the ego go in the chat, D. Jones. You have no fucking idea because you never coached. If you don't have an ego as a head coach, you're going to fail.
You're right.
You're going to fail.
Hey, so if y'all don't have anything to do Friday, North Texas at Tulane will be on national television, and I'm going to the game. And Blake Baker's my boy, JB. So if the camera happens to pan to the sideline, because I'll be on the sideline, and Blake Baker is standing next to me, then that's me acknowledging to you that Blake Baker will be the next head coach at Tulane University.
Who's Blake Baker?
He played at Tulane. He came right after I left, and he's the defensive coordinator at LSU most recently. And Kiffin's trying to keep him, yeah. But he's a Tulane alum. He played there.
Do you like the Edo move if he were to say?
If we can't get Blake, yeah. We need a Louisiana
you like
guy.
Blake over Ed?
Yes. Younger, probably would stay because it's his alma mater and help us transition into one of these Power 4 conferences. But I wouldn't be mad if Ogeron get the job. By the way, whatever Ogeron workout plan is, we got to get on that, JB. Ogeron look good, dog. He been hitting the weight room. Look at him.
Yeah.
Like a Cajun Hulk Hogan.
I hope he don't go with Lane.
You want Lane to fail.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Say it.
I don't.
Get off your chest.
I don't want him to
and
fail.
Ogeron going to Lane would enhance his recruiting capacity immensely.
I don't want him to fail. I can't say that he thinks the same about me though. But again, I'm not going to be petty. I don't
Lane
like to see.
Lane is very petty.
I don't want to see Deion Sanders fail, but I told you he would. Like I'm just telling you, I don't want to see guys fail, but I'm going to tell the truth too. I'm not going to come out here and say man, Deion's going to be the fucking greatest coach at D1 3 years ago when everybody else was saying it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm not going to lie to you either. Come on now. I don't wish for anyone's demise. I didn't wish for Travis Hunter to be shitty, but I told you he was. So, I don't know.
First of all, he wasn't shitty. He's playing with a shitty quarterback.
That motherfucker's a bust. Stop. I told y'all he was a bust. That's Deion's fault. That's Deion's fault.
Shout out to anybody that went to Sac State. Somebody in the chat brought up my boy Xavier Salazar, who was on our undefeated team. Yeah, the chat. I like your chat, dog. Your chat got some good dudes, and the ones that ain't good dudes, you attack them publicly. So I know who they are. you cold, dog. You be on people's head.
Hey, him over said I attack them publicly. Well, let's dive into your boy, man. Deion Sanders, I came on my show 3 years ago. I told Matt, I said, Matt, if he continues to call himself Coach Prime, you guys are fucked. I specifically said that for a reason. And I was like, this isn't Prime University. It's not the University of Prime. He's Coach Sanders, and this is the University of Colorado. And everybody's like, no, he's Prime, and blah, blah. I'm like, all right. So now, when all the revenue split came out and everyone said they were going to be in the black and make all this money and filling up spring games, and they haven't done this in fucking 30 years, well, they're $27 million in the hole. And he just cut his staff by 20%. So let's let you cook on this one. This is a lot of macro talk here because I want to dive into this in full totality, and I want to start with the staff being cut 20% because that will probably be my strongest take out of this topic.
Well, first of all, Deion not running at a deficit since getting to Colorado. Deion know how to make Deion a bunch of money. So that Coach Prime thing is
his kids, yeah.
Right, branding thing. So shout out to Deion. You're an economist. You can't be upset with that. He knows how to get to the bag. He needed to cut the staff. There were way too many guys. Listen,
he didn't cut the staff. He cut their dollars. Let's be clear. Wait, what I'm telling you now. Yeah. You hear what I'm telling you, Sean? He didn't cut the staff. He cut their dollar. Bailey, come in here and explain this in totality so Sean understands what's going on here.
All right. So I talked about this with Matt yesterday. From what I understood from Matt, Prime cut the staff's salaries. Like, he didn't fire nobody yet. The only move that I've seen so far is Marshall Faulk to Southern, and he had his press conference yesterday. But he's just cut their pay. That's it. No moves have happened as of right now.
How the hell can you cut my pay? I had a contract between me and you.
I'm waiting. That's why I said I want you to lead off. I want you to lead off with this.
I don't even know if that's legal.
That's why I said I want you to lead off with this.
Oh, hell no. You got to fire me, dog. If I'm on the books for 300, 340, and 380, and you coming there talking about cutting my salary 20%, oh, you got to fire me, dog. You even take my bread. All the money you making, you crazy.
Sean, I'm going to be honest. So I have great friends, obviously, that are tied in there. I've heard it's I've heard a shit show would be a great thing if it was just a shit show.
To
Like
those
I heard that a shit show would actually be a good thing if it was called that at Colorado. It's so bad. It's such a mockery of how to run a football program that the AD left, like I said he would. And there's nothing you could tell me different from what I've heard. And there's no reason that he didn't leave because of all this. Fucking guarantee.
And for those in the chat that have never coached, if I've got a 3-year deal and I just finished year 1, I got to agree to you cutting my salary.
I don't even think you can agree, because once you hit HR and on the books, tax-wise, Sean, I don't know how this is even
right.
Because your contract goes through June.
Right. So how it normally works as a position coach, if your contract is up at some point around this time of year, especially if y'all didn't make a bowl, or even if you did make a bowl, you got bonuses in your contract. You start getting that money. But if your contract is expiring, your head coach at some point will walk in your office with a new contract that you may or may not have been involved in, that you can decide to sign or not sign. But if you got years remaining on the existing contract, he could walk in there with whatever kind of goddamn pay cut he wants. I'm not signing that. Fire me.
Well, there's an issue. If you're trying to nudge a guy out by doing this, again, it shows the lack of experience in how to deal with this position. That's been my point the whole time.
Yeah, because I can't sign a contract when I already got a contract I signed.
You don't nudge nobody out, though. You fire them.
Right.
It's a very clear and cut position. You're the leader of men. You lead, you don't follow. And you create more leaders. So not more followers. So I want a guy that's going to be disgruntled in the office day to day now. When I need them to go recruit, when I need them to coach, mentor, and lead, I got disgruntled guys looking at me, and I could feel the eyes burning through my fucking soul because they're pissed off every day. Hell no, man. Listen, it didn't work out. I'm the leader. I got to make moves. I got to cut you. I would fire everybody if I'm Deion. That's just me.
Which is fine. I get my bread.
But exactly. But you're on a contract through June. So I'm trying to figure out what this so I'm trying to be optimistic here and be Smitty. So because no way Deion can do this, expect buy-in from the staff at a full-on all 100% level. But then not expect the coaches to leave and absolutely destroy your reputation to other coaches in this circle or fraternity. You know, Sean, what I'm talking about. They're leaving and saying, nah, hell, no, this motherfucker dirty Mac me. He fucked me over. He took my contract. Well, you got to just fire the guy. And so I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work and what's going on. So optimistically speaking, back to my point, I believe and I hope he's fattened their pockets with, like you said, incentives or some sort of bonuses to cover up the 20% cut, which will go on the books to get them out of the red into the black. That's the only thing I'm thinking. And I want to ask you, did he cut his damn salary?
I don't know. And I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't care about books, none of that. I want mine on paper. Incentives is extra. Yeah, I want mine on paper. And once mine on paper, you don't bring nothing in there.
But he's the largest salary.
Right. That's not to what we agreed to.
So is he cutting himself? If I cut my staff, I would come in and say, hey, Sean, listen, dog. You know, I love you. I want to keep you. I got to cut your salary. I'm also cutting mine, though. Just so we're fair, here's all the shit. Like, I'm letting you all know. I'm getting cut, too. You guys have the option to leave if you want. I understand. But here's what it is. My hands are tied. I'm being forced to cut, and I'm also taking a big cut. That's the only way you even have a shot at keeping your staff and being upfront with it. I used to show my shit to my guys so they knew, hey, dog, there ain't no shadiness going on.
To be honest, if Deion liquidate his coach's office, he wouldn't have to cut no salary because he probably got a $2 million coach's office. All the stuff he got in there. Right. I'm not taking no pay cuts in college football. I'm just saying.
Not now with this landscape. Yeah, fuck no.
If you come in my office talking about that, I'm going to say, Coach, let me think about it. Let me talk to the family. And I'm immediately on the phone. Hey, JB, I know we talked last offseason, dog. You still got that spot for me? Hey, Smitty. Hey, AJ, I'm on the phone immediately because I know I got to get out of here because you don't.
Yeah, I'm not telling.
Ask good coaches to take pay cuts.
Here's the other thing, Sean. I'm not even calling my wife. I'm telling him right when he tells me, absolutely not.
No, I'm not gonna be confrontational right there in the office. I just know.
No, it ain't confrontational. I'm just telling him straight out. I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna fucking. I know my worth. And especially if a guy like, a guy that's brought in the players and Phil. Here's the thing. You're basically saying I missed spring ball due to my own health issues. Okay. Fair or not fair, whatever you want to say is fine. But somebody stepped up and was the interim head coach during that time. Somebody stepped up and handled the weight room, study hall, managed players' issues off the field. All the shit that nobody wants to do. While the head coach, Sean, you know damn well, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Stop. In the coaching profession, when the cat's away, the mice will play. If I had to go to a meeting in Wichita, Kansas, and I was away from the fucking school for a day, trust me, some shit went down. I'm just telling you, that normally would not have went down.
They never even announced who was in charge while Deion was gone.
Exactly.
I don't even know who it was.
I think Deion's making his mass exodus. I truly, that's just my gut.
I've been said that.
I know.
I've been said that. I've always said, especially now that Shador's starting, I would fully expect Deion to step down due to health reasons at some time between now and February. 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're Deion, why not? He's making all the money in the world away from football.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing.
Go support Shador, man. Go help Shiloh get on the team. Dog, go live your life. You're having health issues. Who knows how much longer any of us got on this planet, man. That's a lot of stress in Colorado because I don't see a clear pathway for them to fix what's wrong.
There's not. There's not. Keep that, Bailey, for later for Chris Paul. Lincoln Riley, Sean, right here in my backyard, has weighed in on the current college football calendar, and he's basically said in my opinion, there's only one way to fix all of it. We got a video, Bailey.
There's only,
Lincoln,
in my
take a
opinion,
listen.
one way to fix all of this, and you got to have the national championship game somewhere around Christmas to New Year's.
Yes.
Like that's the only way it's going to work because you got three things that are competing right now. You have high schools finishing their year, signing day, the high school calendar. You have college academic calendars and people getting in and out, and you have semesters and quarter systems, and you got all different calendars there. And then you have a college football season, and then you have the differing roster decisions that are having to happen. And the hard thing is, like, this isn't professional. Professional league, all right, yeah, you end the season, you make all the rules where you do all the stuff after. It's easy because you don't have anything else competing.
Yep.
Here you're trying to balance things. Like, to me, that's the only way that it's ever going to get fixed is you got to move the national championship game. And obviously you're going to have to make adjustments to a season to be able to play out a full season, or do you reduce games? I mean, people are going to have to figure that out. But, like, this will not get fixed until that happens. Like,
so he said his thing. You got McGuire saying his thing at Texas Tech. I know you've heard that, I'm sure. I don't know, Sean. We all know it needs to be fixed. We've been saying that, but that's what happens when there's no sort of collective bargaining agreement amongst coaches or some sort of commissioner, and the NCAA has been allowed to be the judge, jury, and executioner. So I don't know where you're at with what Lincoln happened to say.
I think him and McGuire are saying the same thing, and I think that's the only way to fix it. And watch how dumb the NCAA when it comes to football. They had manufactured February 1st, National Signing Day, into a nationally prominent component. Like, signing day had got to where fan bases around the country were glued to the TV to see where the kid was going to go. Everybody was locked in. They were familiar with the incoming class. Like, football was in a healthy place as far as recruiting. And today is signing day, right?
Yeah, today.
Ain't nobody looking at no signing day show. can't know. I bet most of the fan bases don't even know half the commits. Like the NCAA just deaf, dumb, and stupid all at the same time. Like, when is the national title game? Late January?
Fuck.
Like
yeah.
by the time Ohio State played was it Texas in the Natty? I was tired of college football. I ain't even gonna lie.
I mean, right now it seems perfect. Right now to start the playoffs.
I was tired of college football. So I agree with Lincoln wholeheartedly. Will they get it right? Probably not, because they don't get anything right in college football.
I agree with McGuire. I've been saying this for quite some time. A state like California and Texas that does this with high schools that has 10 times the amount of teams to still finish before Christmas Day, but college needs to go till fucking February is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like this, it just doesn't even make sense, dog. Like, you want to string this out so long, and you wonder why these cats can't handle. Like, it's so deep of a conversation. Like, winter off-season conditioning should be exactly that, not a continuation of fucking padded football. Like, there should have been a holiday break, a recruited dead period, a reinitiation to the weight room, to morning, breakfast clubs, to all the shit restarts in January. That snow, if you're in the Midwest or the South or the East, getting that cold weather that refines your program. Dog, this is ridiculous. Like,
so JB, here's how adamant I am about this. And I found this out, at least in my life, and let me know in the chat if you agree. To elevate, to reach a new level, sometimes you have to give up or sacrifice something. To get the schedule right, I would be cool with doing away with early enrollment. Make these high school kids stay in high school, enjoy their last semester of high school, graduate with their class. That's the only
early signing, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason they did this early signing day, was so kids could early enroll. Man, you got to give up and sacrifice something. I would give that up and say,
there's always been early enrollment if you graduated early as a high school guy.
Wait,
like,
it wasn't
Todd Marinovich, and we've had guys that did it for years. But here's the issue. What they did was they took an inch and they made it into a foot, because what then happened, Sean, which is the new era of shit, and it's not that new, but it's newer, reclassify. So these kids are reclassifying in 7th, 6th, 8th grade because they know they're smaller, or and it's all about their daddy. You think our daddies would have reclassified us? Like, bitch, get your motherfucking ass out there with them. Like, to me, we created this as such a fucking parent. This is for me. I want my son to get me the bag, John Morant.
Right. What's the run?
And those type of motherfuckers. That's what we've done.
Man, let these kids be kids, man. Enjoy high school, man. Enjoy that last semester. Go to senior skip day, man. Walk across the stage for graduation. Like, man, look.
Exactly, right, baby Gronk. These fucking baby Gronks and these weirdo fucks, man. Their daddies living through them because their daddies were shitty, so they're living through their kid trying to get them a bag, and the shit is ridiculous. 7-on-7, all this shit. Now 7-on-7s, you're around in states like California and Texas. And like, the biggest 7-on-7 tournament is Christmas weekend. Football season just fucking ended, Sean. Like, are you shitting me? And it's in Vegas, Sean.
And I got a message for all the 7-on-7 coaches out there. In and of itself, 7-on-7, I don't think is a bad teaching tool.
You're coaching our guys.
The problem is you guys have allowed the erosion of fundamentals to be so prominent in the 7-on-7 space now that it's detrimental to the kids' growth. Like, if you go on YouTube, you can pull up me coaching 7-on-7. Mike Allstott's son, Griffin, was my quarterback. Jack Allison, who went to Miami, was my quarterback. All of my receivers on that team are now in the National Football League. Go look it up. It's on YouTube. Man, my quarterback had to take a regular drop. He had to throw the ball in rhythm. We talked spacing. We talked scramble drill. Like, we were running like real fundamentally sound stuff. Now when you look at it, the quarterback take one step. He walked right down the line of scrimmage. Like, that, I don't want to get into a point where I target 707 coaches, but I'm going to challenge them to do better. Like, there's nothing wrong with being involved in 707, but man, teach the fundamentals.
I wouldn't let him
like
coach. I wouldn't let him coach my kid. I wouldn't let him coach my kid. They're all slapdicks. Like, they're the epitome of slapdicks. And they're just trying to fuck mamas and all the shit. Come on, man. Stop trying to fool the motherfucking fool. Like, you got me fucked up. I know exactly what it's about, and it's ridiculous. So let's get into this college football ranking debate real quick. I want to get your reaction on everything real quick. As far as last night's rankings came out, we've talked about it with AJ and all those things. In totality, break this down a little bit more macro. We've already discussed who we think's in and out and all that, but it'll be a travesty, though, in my opinion. And this is why I said more is less. When it was 4 teams, which I think is the best way, it was the best 4 teams. Now, can the computer got it wrong here and there? Maybe once or twice. Fuck. But, like, seriously, like, come on, man. There's no way. And I'm a West Coast guy. When Pac-12 was really good, and you can actually argue when the SCs and the Washington and the Oregons were really good, you can argue, right? When SC would go down and beat the shit out of a good Auburn, Oklahoma, or Arkansas team back in the day, you could say, all right, the top of the Pac-12 was better than the bottom of the fucking SEC. Now, I don't know if there's better bottoms anywhere else in the country than the SEC. I would just let the fucking SEC all in. Now, I'm being facetious. I'm just saying the teams that are deserving, get all those SEC teams in. If we really want the best playoff football, like, I don't want to see, no offense, I don't want to see James Madison play fucking Oklahoma, dog. I just don't. It doesn't do anything for me. And I get it. The kids are there. They're still kids, and they've earned the right and all that. But have they? Because we said schedules matter. We said conference championships matter. We said the balls and willingness to go travel to an Ohio State as your game 1 mattered. But I don't see it here. To me, this is, again, slapping us in the face for what we see today. And I can't see 2 mid-majors getting in, and Alabama and Texas and Vandy being left out. It's going to it's going to be shitty.
Well, shout out to Tulane, because we did it the right way. We played 3 Power 4 teams. We beat Northwestern, we beat Duke, who probably is going to be the ACC champion, and we lost to Ole Miss. So we challenged ourselves. I would say this. It's an easy way to fix it, because fundamentally I think all 4 Power 4 championship game winners should be in the playoff. I don't think they necessarily should all have byes. They should all be in the playoffs. The top-ranked group of 5 teams should be in the playoff. So now you got 7 spots. The next 7 highest-rated teams should be in the playoff. Here's the adjustment. The first AP poll should not come out until after week 3. Because what happens is you get these bogus people voting on the preseason AP poll that will put Penn State number 1 when they're nowhere near the number 1 team in the country. Now, if they lose, where are they going to drop, from 1 to 28? So all you got to do is not let the first poll come out until after week 3. That way you got a better idea of what this year's teams look like. And now I think the rankings are more fair, and they're more honest about who deserves to be where.
The problem is the number 1 outlier is Notre Dame. The hypocrisy is the defense of Notre Dame by all these people that have to make decisions, because it was told to these programs years ago to get in a conference because the expansion was coming. The expansion was around the corner. This NCAA didn't just come out of the woodwork and say, hey, we're going to add 12 teams, playoffs, like 2 years ago. This has been in the works for 10 years. So BYU upped and did it. And so where has Notre Dame, what have they done? They haven't beat anybody, to your point. They're not in a league conference. They're not in a conference, I mean. And they lost to 2 teams. One's ahead of them, but one's behind them. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. And I believe that Notre Dame travels. They travel their fan base, right? Mm-hmm. Like Miami. I believe they're going to try to keep those teams as in there as best possible. Like,
it's ridiculous that they've allowed Notre Dame to be an ACC school outside of football. Like UConn, I get because the Big East doesn't have football. St. John's, Marquette, like those schools, Villanova, they don't have football. I get it. But it's ridiculous that they would give Notre Dame that levity, like make their ass get in the ACC. It's an easy fix. They're in the ACC and everything else.
Yeah. I don't get that shit, man. It blows my mind on that part of it. That's just where I'm at with it. I think that's like the biggest part to me is fuck, I don't have it. I deleted it. I don't see Notre Dame. I don't think they deserve to be in. You don't beat anybody and you lose to a team that's behind you. I get, like, Miami to me is playing better than Notre Dame right now, number one. And number two, the team's in a conference. Shitty or not, they were in a conference and Notre Dame's not. And who did Notre Dame beat? Who have they beaten? Like,
and get it. I understand Notre Dame's TV deal and the independence and the amount of revenue they generate. But at the same time, they would most likely win the ACC. It's not like it's the SEC or the Big Ten. The ACC is generally not an elite football conference, especially now that Clemson and Florida State are mid or average or not elite. Like, it baffles me that they've allowed Notre Dame to operate in its existence. And I think one of the things that would swing the pendulum in favor of Notre Dame getting in the ACC for football, not putting their ass in the college football playoff this year.
Yeah.
Because if you keep putting them in, then why would they change?
Yeah, I agree. So is Virginia, are they in if they beat Duke?
I think Virginia's got a better chance if they win to get in than Duke. Duke has no chance to get in, period.
So let me ask you this. How much sense does it make? Virginia wins their conference championship and don't get in. Why are they playing?
I think Virginia would get in if they win.
But why are they playing? Like,
you still get to put a banner up in the stadium.
I get it, but like, it means nothing because it's in the literature that the ACC, for whatever reason, champion's not a guarantee.
But you know who it matters to? All them coaches got conference championship bonuses.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm just saying though, we're talking 12-team playoff. Yeah, we're talking 12-team playoff though. That's about to go to 16. To me, I said it years ago when it started. I said this is a mockery. This is a joke.
16 is too many.
12 too many.
To me, 12 is like
way
on
too
the
many.
outside of being perfect. Like it's a lot.
I don't think it is.
Only because the season goes too long. Listen, I love college football. I love to consume it. But once the big boys start getting towards the playoffs, I don't want to watch no more college football. Like, I'm locked in now on chasing that ultimate thing, which is the Lombardi Trophy.
Hey, Gibby, I was trying to find the DMs, but I deleted you when I blocked you. I was going to post them myself. Please show them. Please show them, you bitch-made motherfucker. Please show them, you fucking weirdo. Hey, Gibby, please show them. Can you send them back to me so I can post them? You fucking weirdo. You're a goddamn weirdo, homie. You're a fucking weirdo. Holy shit.
Hey, JB,
I'm so tired. I didn't even watch the chat, but I'm so tired of motherfuckers texting me talking about, can you get rid of this motherfucker? Like, this motherfucking weirdo comes to a grown man discussion and is being a bitch the whole time, homie.
Hey, JB, somebody said Smitty ain't short the last 2 days because Gibby offered him the $20,000 to start their own podcast. So he negotiating.
Hey, Sean, how did I lose $20,000? I never got it.
Hey, Smitty, hey, Big Gibby, that's some bitch made shit though. That you acting like that. Cut that out, man. If you're gonna get a 20, get a 20 on the strength. Or
Yeah,
you
shut
just
the fuck up.
show.
Yeah, do it or shut the fuck up. You sound like a bitch. Like, he is a bitch though, so it doesn't matter. It's crazy. See, if I was a bitch, I would have took the money. It's real simple. Like I would have took the money, I would have parlayed it off to Bailey and Paris, and sorry, Paris, Bailey, I didn't want to take blood money. Holy fuck, this is a weirdo, dog. I've never seen a more weirdo motherfucker than this cat. Holy,
it looked like the whole chat. No Gibby shit. Half the fucking chat is
Yeah.
Gibby.
He He dropped a couple racks. He dropped a couple racks thinking that was his end. Motherfucker wants stock in the show now.
It's like you go give a check to a charity and then you want to tell them how to run the charity.
Yeah.
Like, man, sit down somewhere, Gibby.
Go sit the fuck down somewhere. You bitch-made motherfucker. Hey, Bailey, if he says anything else, just block this bitch-made motherfucker. Get him out of here. This goddamn fucking, what a broad. What a fucking broad. I've never seen more of a bitch-made motherfucker in my life. Holy shit.
See, I don't block haters because I want them to see me shine.
Nah, but he ruins the show. I don't want these other cats to have to deal with bullshit when they're enjoying the show. And they got to deal with this bitch-made motherfucker in the chat. That's the problem. See, I don't want to have – they shouldn't have to deal with that shit. Like, this is a bitch. Goddamn, epitome of a bitch. Holy fuck, homie. Oh, there he is. I got it, Bailey. Hey, Gibby, kick rocks, bitch-made motherfucker. He's gone. All right, so moving on. Clap it up for Gibby. Sean, let's dive into some NBA because we got to start transitioning into this a little bit. Two things I want to talk about. Number one, we'll start with Chris Paul. The Clippers apparently have parted ways with him. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't get that they actually – I thought they sent him home for the day or something. I didn't know what was happening here. I don't know if you've even had time. I was in the middle of the night trying to get the show back when I found out it was taken down and all this shit. The team will work with him on the next step of his career. There's a video out of Chandler Parsons, who I happen to know, lives out in Scottsdale. Has basically came out with a video. Bailey, show this video and what they think happened with Chris Paul.
When it comes to all things Clippers, what the hell just happened, sir?
Yeah, just talking to a few different people over there and just trying to understand what transpired in the early morning hours of this team being in Atlanta. But from what I've gathered, that brought an end to this abruptly was there was a few scenarios, and which CP was holding people accountable from players to staff, from coaching staff up to the front office. And, from what I understand, there was a situation where he even addressed the team and apologized and said, look, my criticisms are coming from a good place. I want us to be a good team. I want us to get this thing right. And he was just holding guys accountable. Now, how some of that talk was taken or interpreted, that's up for the players and the coaching staff that was involved and how they felt about it. And then down the line, there was another scenario where, he was critical of front office as well. And I think that was the one that broke the camel's back. That was the straw that broke the camel's back when he had, some criticisms for the front office as well. I think that's what brought this to a head in the early hours in Atlanta. Like I said,
Sean, I think he's the most overrated point guard ever, so I'm not really tripping. He's CP2 to me. Never done anything more than just float around. Never won shit. Can't win alone. Needs a super team. Still can't win with the super team. I think he's overrated, but listen, I got to meet him, hang out with him in Marcellus. Marcellus says, what's up, by the way?
What up, big dog?
I don't know what your take is on CP2, but go ahead. Rightfully cut or not?
So I come from good stock. My dad used to tell me it's a time and a place for everything. When you're an employee in the middle of a big preparation for a presentation or during the presentation, or you're a player in the middle of a season, like voicing your concerns about management and coaching, that ain't your place. That ain't the time. That ain't the place. If you want to address your teammates about effort or schematics or things that can help the on-court process better, then that's fine. But mid-season, like having a strong opinion that you can look like you consistently voice about coaching and admin and all that, that ain't the right time and place for that, dog. It's just not. And most places are going to fire you if you're that person. Like the off season is when, if you want to do it the right way and walk in the GM's office and say, can we have a conversation? You want to send an email, let me get on your calendar. Hey, I've been a lot of places in this league. The places where we've won, these are some of the things that have been in place after being here for a period of time. I feel like, just in my opinion, based on my experience, these are some things that maybe, we should address or have some dialogue about how we can evolve so that we can win a championship. That's the time to do that, not during the season, not in the locker room. Man, I can't believe he called that play. Man, I can't believe we didn't go out and sign this dude. Like that's going to always rub people the wrong way. And you generally are going to lose your job because of that. So I think this is a perfect example of that. I don't agree with you that he's overrated, because I don't think there's anybody that thinks he's better than Steph Curry or better than, some of the guards that played in his era. But he is a first ballot Hall of Famer without
because of longevity.
But he's also played at a high level for a long time.
Yeah, but I just don't think he's done anything. I think you could be overrated and play a long time and accumulate stats. We've seen a lot of those guys.
Well, he's been a good player. You can't say he's been a good player.
I'm not saying he's shitty. I'm just telling you he's overrated. Like, these guys really act like he's the greatest of all time. I'm like, dog, the motherfucker can't even fucking – he's hurt in the playoffs consistently since – even when he was in New Orleans in his prime, Sean. He missed critical games. He's a walking AD. Like, you can't tell me you're going to put him as the greatest when you're not even playing in the biggest game. You've choked off games. You missed game 7, Sean, because of some sort of hamstring, or he's never available.
But let's not get off topic here, because I think this program is a beacon of truth, especially when I'm on it. And I think we can teach from this platform. Don't be that guy. Like, nobody wants that teammate, that employee, that team member that's always during the process disagreeing with how the process is being handled. Like that's an off-season type of conversation. So to me, that's the teaching component of this. And that's why he's gone. The second sentence, I don't get that at all. The team will work with him on the next step of his career. What does that mean?
I don't know what to get.
They're gonna tell every other team in the league, don't touch him with a 10-yard pole.
No, they're gonna call LeBron, and him and LeBron are boys, and they're gonna say, "Hey, you want another fucking cadaver over here in LA? Because he just moved lockers, because he don't have to move nowhere really. He's across the street. They got a new facility in the Clippers, so he'll just drive up the street and go over to
Hey, by the way, this DEI version of the Lakers is pretty good, man. They got women coaches everywhere on the bench. They got white players all across the team.
Shout out to the white boys in the NBA.
Man, I looked up the other night. 4 of their 5 players on the court was white, and they was all hooping.
I know. I even heard Matt Barnes and fucking Steven Jackson even said, "Shout out to the white boys when LeBron's the 4th guy." All right, speaking of LeBron, JJ Redick seemed to be hot because LeBron, they're getting fucking woodshedded, your term, and he's over there chilling with this fucking. Don't ever talk to me about him in some sort of GOAT conversation ever, please. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing the LeBron sexuals. I shout out to JJ, man, for fucking. Hey, man, what the fuck you doing over there talking to these motherfuckers happy? We're down 25, getting woodshedded at home, and you're over there chilling. Like, you just won the title. To me, that's crazy. I like the precedent that JJ's setting. Fuck all that handshaking, jersey swap era shit. LeBron, you're 23 years in this league, and you're chilling, getting woodshedded? I don't know. I'm the old man on the hill, though, but I'm with JJ.
This version of LeBron is embarrassing. I'm going to just be honest. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing what he's turned into, and I wish he would just retire. Because he has, like, we talk about body language, we talk about mannerisms. I talked to Sheldon yesterday about an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Like, don't take for granted that, man, when you was a little kid, you worked your ass off from that point and you prayed at night, if you just give me a chance to make it to the top level, I'll appreciate it and I'll approach it with the respect that is due. He looks like a guy that just don't give a damn.
That's a great.
He look like a guy that just don't give a damn. I got
like he's slapping them in the face. Like he's slapping JJ, who was doing a show with, drinking wine with, getting them in the door. Now I run you, JJ. Fuck it, what you're telling me.
He looks like he's bitter that it is universally now Luka's team.
Yep,
he does. And listen, no
that is
disrespect
embarrassing
to
right
career,
there. That is
but he looks embarrassing.
That is
And
embarrassing.
the disrespect and the
to the Laker franchise and the Kobe and Magic and Kareem and Shaq and all the greats, it's a slap. I'm gonna get Michael Cooper back on. We're gonna get Cooper back on, and I gotta ask him about this because this is a slap in the organization's face. And this
like,
is
even
what
when
happens.
he's on the bench, he looked like he's just chilling. He ain't coaching, like helping the players, like get the space. Like he just
What goat would you? And I'm not even talking goat. I'm talking like guys that just were like.
And LeBron's a smart dude. I wouldn't even have this opinion if I didn't think he was doing it intentionally. I think he's doing it intentionally because I think he's petty.
Yeah.
I think he's sensitive, and I think he's in his feelings that Luka has come in and taken over, and they look like a better team without him when he started the year injured.
Yeah, I agree. I would trade his ass. Here's the issue. I want to know what you think. Or I just wanted you to name me just fucking 10 players. Would KG do this?
Maybe.
Nah.
No. I thought you said KD. No, Kevin
KG.
Garnett.
Kevin Garnett.
100% Kevin Garnett would not. I thought you said KD. No, Kevin Garnett.
All
Absolutely.
right. Obvious. Kobe.
Hell no.
Jordan.
Come on, man.
Bird. Magic.
None of the guys you're going to name. He's not built like those guys. He's not wired.
Carmelo wouldn't do it.
Yeah, he's not built. He's not built like those guys. He's
T-Mac. T-Mac wouldn't do it.
Yeah, he's talented like those guys, but he's not built like that. And I think he's shown that throughout his entire career. And listen, that's him. It is what it is. But right now, I think he's hurting his brand.
And I heard a take Charles Barkley made last week about like stop comparing him to the GOAT. And he broke it down. I love the take. I have to find it and show it again as we start transitioning in some NBA talk. But speaking of NBA, though, man, a guy that I actually got to know, I hope my boy Dave Bone's listening, Elden Campbell.
Oh, I saw that.
Freak of nature, by the way. Growing up as a youngster, watching him, a 6'11" guy who could jump through the gym.
Clemson.
We used to all go play hoop in the street, and we had a homeboy that passed away, rest in peace, Big Ed, the homie from Compton, that was like a freak of nature athletically. Big old freak, 5'11", like 380, but smoked fucking everyone in the 40, out dunk on you, shoot the three from half court, hit a baseball fucking 500 feet. And I'm not exaggerating with anything I'm telling you. I saw him bench press 500 pounds. He had all my weight in the room, and he never lifted a weight in his fucking life and benched that shit and laughed. He was smiling when he did it. But shout out to Big Ed Smith, who passed away last year. We went to the park one night, and Elden Campbell was there. And Big Ed, 5'11", destroyed Elden Campbell in the post. I'm not lying to you. Unbelievable. This motherfucker's laughing. Skyhook. Like he talks to you when he dominates you. But we got to hang out with Elden Campbell, and great dude, man. Everybody I know talked about he's a great dude, but passed away. I don't know why or how.
Was he 50 something?
Yeah, I don't know how old he was. Got to be no more than 10 years older than me. I don't know. 57, so 8 years older than me. I mean, that's scary. That's crazy to me. 57. My dad died at 67, and that was 20 years ago, and that was too young. He should be 87 right now. Like fucking Belichick still coaching. Shit. So it's just crazy to me that these cats are losing their life. Great athletes too, Sean. I've never seen this many athletes after their career pass like this. Never. So I don't know, but shout out to Elden Campbell, man. Great Laker. And freak of nature, man. Freak of nature. Sean, tomorrow's game, you'll be traveling. Smitty will be back. It's a huge game. It's a fucking huge game, and it's got huge NFC implications for the playoffs. Detroit Cowboys, where are you at as we wrap this show up? Where are you at with this game? I know you're high on Dallas right now. Detroit damn near has to shit or get off the pot, no?
Yeah, I just think the injuries are going to finally catch up with Detroit. I think Dallas is the best team in football right now. Can they sustain it?
You think they're the best team in football?
Yeah, adding Quentin Williams to that D-line. They're playing much better on defense. Dak is playing at a high level. I know his playoff history, so we got to see him do it. But I just, on any given Sunday right now, if you gave me one team in the league to take, I'd take Dallas the way they're playing. Now, we'll see, can they sustain it? I've backed them. I got Dallas to win the NFC. I think they're going to run the table. They got a winnable schedule. I think the Chargers are their toughest out. Detroit's not Detroit. Sam Laporta's out for the year. I don't think Armand St. Brown is playing tomorrow. If I'm wrong, tell me. Their entire secondary is out. Like, just they are banged up. They're a mass unit, and I think Dallas is catching them at the right time. You know, Dallas still got to do it. Dallas still has that stigma that they look good in spurts, but they don't sustain it, so they got to overcome that. But George Pickens is playing like the best receiver in football. CeeDee Lamb, we know what he is. That offensive line is playing good. Dak's playing good. Like Ferguson, you know, top 15 tight end. They got the pieces, JB, to make a deep run. We'll see if they could do it. I'm banking that they can.
Yeah. If Detroit loses, are you writing them off?
Yeah, I think Detroit's cooked. If you can stop the run and not let Detroit just line up and get a ball to Gibbs and Montgomery and dominate the game, I don't think Jared Goff can carry a team. I think Jared Goff's the kind of quarterback when you have a coordinator like Ben Johnson and Detroit's fully healthy and they have a really good run game, he's a guy that can win games for you at quarterback. But if he's got to become one-dimensional because he has no mobility, he does still get a little skittish when you get pressure and chaos and garbage around his feet. So I don't think he can carry them through this period, and they're terrible on defense. I mean, that secondary is awful.
Yeah. And the last thing we'll end this with, I think Detroit figures a way tomorrow. I think Dallas always self-implodes eventually, and this is around that time. Even though they are hot, to your point, I think Dallas will implode, and I think Detroit has to win.
Can you root for my ticket? Why you got to go against my ticket?
I'll root for your ticket, but I just think you're going to lose. So anyway, let's dive into this real quick. There's news out of Cleveland and Shaduki Sanders. Deshaun Watson has been returned to the field of play. Where are you at with this? What do you do now? What is going on? Cleveland sounds like an absolute fucking shit storm about to brew. Where are you at now? You dabble in the GM space. Where are you at now with all of this that's happening?
Well, it looks like Deshaun and Shedeur get along. So this doesn't surprise me as much. I mean, they got a lot of money in Deshaun. And Shedeur hadn't been terrible, but he hadn't been great either. So I don't feel like he's done so much that they feel like this is our franchise quarterback. Still a small sample size. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, if you're in the chat, my Twitter is @RealSeanKing. If you go to my homepage, I posted a clip of Cam Ward making MVP caliber throws. Now, Cam Ward has been very inconsistent. Overall, he hasn't played well. But when we talk about skill set, ability, talent, ceiling, the throws he makes on this cut up are throws that not a lot of guys playing quarterback in the world can make. So you see the flashes. The thing with Shedeur, and this is where I think he really gotta separate himself the next couple of weeks. He got to make some of these flash plays. Even if they're surrounded by errors and mistakes, like he got to do some things that make the organization say, this is an elite component. We got to build around it. Otherwise, I got all this money in Deshaun. If he can come back this year and knock off a little bit of the rust, then guess what? That's less rust he got to knock off at the beginning of next year because you know he's not going to play in the preseason.
I don't believe people realize Cleveland's drafting a quarterback in April.
So the only pushback I'll give to you is this. You can have a desire, a need, and a want, but there not be something qualified to fill that desire, need, or want. And you could put something in the spot and still have the same desire, need, and want. Yes, Cleveland would love to draft a franchise quarterback. Are there franchise quarterbacks in this upcoming draft? Like, that's a mistake a lot of teams make. Just because you need a quarterback, this may not be the draft that one's available. And Mendoza's probably the only one because I think Simpson's coming back to school. Who else is there? Archer's coming back to school. Mendoza's probably going to go number one. So who you going to take? Who you going to take second if you're Cleveland? Because they're not going to get the first pick.
It's a bad class. This
right.
might be worth last
with that defense, they probably whoever the quarterback is, they probably gonna mess around and win 2 more games.
It's crazy that I said years ago. Watch how bad the classes get. I mean, look how bad the quarterback classes are getting.
Right. So everybody's like, such and such gonna draft a quarterback. This ain't the class.
What do I know?
Need a franchise quarterback. It just isn't.
It ain't coming either. I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, Pavia is not an NFL guy. I watched him closely over the last few weeks just to see, like, all right, let me see. He doesn't have anywhere close to elite arm talent. He's got a little bit of a wind up. He's got a little bit of. He doesn't have any type of off platform. I can't get it out when I see it twitch. So I don't see him having that. He reminds me of Shedeur in that manner. Shedeur needs a clean pocket and full be able to deliver the ball. He's not Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, where he can Mahomes it and fucking see it and get it out. There's only a few of those guys. I don't see anyone in this class having that. And I don't see anyone in the next class having it. Arch definitely don't have it.
Yeah, I'm higher on Arch than you are.
I mean, I'm glad he's coming back.
Here's what's crazy. Arch isn't ready to go to NFL, but because this is such a weak class, if for some reason Arch declared for the draft, he'd be the number 1 pick.
Can he? Is he third year out? Yeah.
Yeah. He backed up Ewers for 2 years, and now he's starting this year.
And to be fair, Nussmeier probably worked his way out of being drafted.
Yeah, Nussmeier might not get picked up in the CFL. You know,
That's
the CFL
crazy.
drafts the right.
That's crazy.
He was so bad this year. But I'm just, it's not a year to need a quarterback as far as drafting high in the draft. So,
you back Friday?
Yeah, I'm back Friday. Absolutely. I'm gonna be in the NOLA, baby. I'm going to get some char grilled oysters on Thursday night. I can't wait. Got some of the homies. Got a couple of the decision makers at Tulane. Hopefully, my guy Blake gonna stop by. You know what I'm saying? So we can see what the vision look like for Tulane football. Shout out to UNLV playing for a Mountain West Conference title on Friday. I have a ticket on them to win the Mountain West. So it'll be a very profitable weekend for your boy.
Who they got?
At Boise.
Oh, so Boise's still in it.
But Madsen's out. But the last time UNLV played Boise in the regular season, their lead running back went for 201 yards. So UNLV got to figure out how to stop the run, and they'll win.
Woodshedded. You know what else?
They put up 31.
What? Shout out to Eck over at New Mexico. Did a great job.
You know what I wanted to get your opinion on, and we kind of browsed over it because it popped up out of nowhere. What's your take on Heartline to USF? Because I think USF is a great job.
He's a northern guy, though, right?
Don't matter.
Well, you said it mattered for Kalani going to the Northeast.
No, I said Kalani's leaving like a really good situation. This is his first head coach.
Heartline's a recruiter, so I get. To me, I don't care. Like, to me, it's not the same geographical layout as it once was back in the day. So
is there not a better job for a first-time head coach? You got talent there. You're in a state. You're a recruiter. You're in a state full of kids. You're about to open an on-campus stadium. Like, it's a great opportunity for Heartline. And I love the hire by Rob Higgins and Derek Brooks and crew. I think this is a great hire.
Yeah. So
now if you're Oregon, what do you do at OC?
Now Oregon at OC has some explaining to do. They got to do that. Penn State still out there. I'm hearing Jimbo Fisher's latest name to be thrown in the hat. Penn State is really, we could do a whole show on the demise of the coaching search.
They desperate.
Got to be the thumbnail tomorrow. Penn State is desperate. I don't know what they've done.
Hey, they at the local watering hole. They done bought like 10 different drinks for 10 different chicks, and all of them don't left. And it's just one big girl.
How many have they offered? 7?
Hey, it's one big girl down at the end of the bar, and they drunk and horny. Boy, they desperate right now.
And Dan Lanning's going to have his hands full. This is going to be the MCDC Detroit Lions in the college world because you've lost both coordinators. And that's what happens when you're on successful programs. You get poached by other programs, and that just is what it is. Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, everyone that's great had to deal with it. How do you continue to be great? I'm curious to see how this works out. I don't know. Heartline, though, to your point, is probably the best job for a first-year head coach. There's probably not a better job in South Florida. I would agree with you on that.
State school, great recruiting base, not a private university like Tulane, so they got that advantage. Tampa's a much better city than Memphis. Like, of the 3 big-time non-Power 4 jobs, South Florida to me would be number 1. And that's including my alma mater.
I can't wait for the Tampa Bay Bucks job to open and Lane Kiffin leaves LSU for it, and everyone starts to talk about that in the same light as Ole Miss.
Man, we going to the chip this year. What are you talking about?
You guys are horrible. You may
We're
not
getting
make
healthy.
Carolina's
Mike
over
Evans.
you.
We got
Carolina's
Chris
better than you.
Hey, Chris Godwin's healthy now. We got Bucky Irvin back. Mike Evans practice window just opened. Dog, play with us if you want.
Carolina's better than you.
At barbecue, maybe.
How's that feel? How's that feel to you? Seriously.
You talking about that yellow barbecue sauce Carolina known for?
Carolina's better than you guys.
Ain't nothing in Carolina. Ain't nothing in Carolina better than Tampa. Nothing.
You know the irony of that story?
What?
Baker was in Carolina.
I was there with him. Baker and Sam Darnold, same time.
They are shitty.
Hey, listen.
Tampa Bay is shitty. Baker's shitty.
Think about this,
God,
baby.
damn.
They had Baker and Sam Darnold there. They had McCaffrey at running back, DJ Moore at wide receiver.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it figured out.
Yeah. I think that they're cooked.
Who?
Tampa's cooked.
Oh, you crazy.
Oh, yeah, they're cooked.
We garbage on defense, but our offense is legit.
I think you're cooked. That's just me. I think you guys are cooked. But anyway, Sean, we'll see you back Friday. We're back tomorrow. Big Smitty, we'll see if he gets off BPS and he's back or not. If not, I'll be rocking solo. I got my boy, the Guido, big social media influence, popping up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be traveling, so I'm on a red eye, so I'll be in the air. But,
yeah?
Yeah, have a great show tomorrow. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Hey, pound that like button one more time before we get out of here, especially if you enjoyed the 3 hours of your boy Big King today. Hopefully I brought you something that you can live with, grow with, maybe something that could feed your soul. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that sizzle in your spirit, baby.
I'm just glad we had a show because damn near a couple hours before the show, we didn't have a show. So shout out to the homies and the powers that be.
Too. By the way, get you some rest.
Oh, yeah.
Get you an iron.
I've been up since 3 o'clock, man. Bailey and I. Lucky Bailey's on the East Coast, so I'm like, Bailey, you know we're down, right? You know they just suspended the show, right? And he's like, what? So we're all fucking trying to. I got to call my guys and fucking figure it out.
Go shit, shower, and shave, man. Get yourself together, man. You looking real scraggly over there.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go fucking figure out life right now, man.
All right, dog.
I'm glad we had a show, man. I'm glad we show. I'm sure Gibby was the reason. He probably reported us for some reason and probably tried to get us taken down, little bitch ass.
Hey, last thing I got for you, baby, before I go, man.
You write like a third grade, like elementary kid that just took off the fucking bifocal spectacles and just learned how to see and shit. That's how that looked.
Hey, and to you in the chat that think I don't know how to spell scorned.
Yeah.
I was Russian.
Scorned. Did you spell scorned wrong, homie?
I just left the D out because I was Russian. I did that like right before the show started. And I was trying to start the show with it on the camera. So I was Russian. Chat's a bunch of hating motherfuckers, dog. You got some little petty, hating goddamn people in the chat. Find something to do.
There's no way that's true, right?
What?
There's no way.
What? What you talking about?
I don't think Mike Gundy interviewed at Penn State, did he? No way. Are they that desperate? Mike Gundy is going to interview at Penn State?
No, I told you they're down to the big girl at the end of the bar, dog, and the place about to close. It's ugly. Unrealistic expectations.
I mean, Sean, it's really throwing me for a loop. It really has. It really is like a fucking deep conversation because, and Joey McGuire just signed a 7-year contract extension with Texas Tech.
Good for him.
I'm trying to figure out how Penn State's falling this fucking hard and what coaches are really out there. And if you're already missed 7 times, what's matter if you miss 8, Sean? My point is this. I throw fucking 15 mil at Urban. Here. Turn it down. No? What do you got to lose? You already struck out 7 times. Urban Meyer, 15 mil, private jet, country club, boo, 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 grab pussy in the bar. Here. 15 mil.
Hey, ain't the AD named Pat Kraft?
Yeah, he's fucking this up.
Hey, I can see Kraft in the press conference now. I just want everybody to know this process. We had Urban identified from the very beginning. He was the only candidate we wanted. We had to get our man.
Yeah.
I can hear him right now trying to goddamn change the narrative. Like, no, Pat. They've told you no.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, if you struck out 7 times, I'm striking out 8.
Hey, I gotta go get a haircut, man.
You don't need a haircut, but all right, man. We'll see you Friday.
All right,
pound the like. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.